Tobin Gogi is wrong. I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still on the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motive. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side floor. Just like a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as could be. You can watch it on YouTube with viewing for free. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Doesn't feel like a quibble day today, Tommy. Morning, everybody.
No, it doesn't. I've been up bright and early.
But you never know. You never know what'll lead us down the path. You never quite can tell. Hello, Leroy.
What's up? Been watching a little Olympics.
What are you watching today? What do you got? What do you
Golf.
got out there?
Golf start today.
Oh, I forgot we got Olympic golf.
Yeah.
Who we got out there? We got Scotty
Xavier?
Scheffler.
Shuffle?
Schauffele?
So he's in second right now with a couple of holes to play, but it's 4 rounds.
Do they play as a team or as an individual?
No, individual.
Okay. All right.
I thought they would do team also. That would seem kind of cool. But
That would seem cool.
The qualifications are different because you can have up to 4 players if you're ranked in the top, I want to say 20 in the world. But the 4 is the most you could have. So some countries only have 1 player, and so it would be hard to do team.
I got U'd yesterday. And what I mean by that is I watched something.
Somebody didn't show up?
No, I watched. Cool guy still not there.
It's 10 o'clock.
I watched something I thought was live, very thrilling, but it was a replay.
Well, here.
I was very upset with myself because Peacock said that it was live. And so I got done watching, of course, Team USA South Sudan, which we'll get into plenty. But I then had flipped to their main channel on the Peacock app, and they made it seem like this was live. So I was watching Katie Ledecky in the 1500, which is basically you swim a mile, and she destroyed the field. It wasn't even close.
Hey, first of all,
yep.
You know, I've done that with Marlins games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But your dumbass is doing it when you know damn well it's 3 a.m. when you're watching it where they're playing it.
It wasn't though.
That's on you.
No, it wasn't, because it was at that point the game was over around 5:30, 5-ish. So like but the game, the basketball game just ended. I don't know when the swimming schedule is. So
10:30 at night.
They had it on the app that it was live. They said it was live. And so like I was celebrating here Katie Ledecky's greatness, an Olympic record, which by the way, I gotta tell you, I watched this mile. I was exhausted watching it. It's so long.
Hey, so question. At any point in time during this, did common sense kick in?
No,
this can't be live.
No, I was too hypnotized by her kicking the world's ass. I mean,
you do know there's a 5-hour difference, right?
Right, that's what I'm trying to say to him. If he's watching something at 7 or 8 o'clock at night, you know damn well that ain't live.
I didn't know. And so I watched her. She wins the gold, and then like I log on to Twitter. I'm like, oh, what's Twitter saying about this? And all the tweets are like from 2 hours ago. I'm like, what? They lied to me, Peacock.
No, first of all, I am not gonna let you take your ridiculous act of not knowing what time it is around the world and confuse it with me, who a Marlins game, they'll show a Marlins game that came on at 12 that day and replay it at night.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a different situation.
I mean, I was only off by an hour. It's not like I missed it by like the whole day.
No, you were off by more than that.
No, I wasn't, dude. I looked.
Okay.
Don't tell me I didn't look at Twitter. I looked.
Okay.
Ridiculous statement by you.
I'm just
Anyway.
saying. I'm just
Headlines
saying,
brought to
like,
you by
at
the
some
Palmetto
point,
Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
we know trucks, but he don't know time.
Should be a thing though. Like once she gets to a certain point, be like, "You guys sure you want to still do this? Like you're not gonna win." And she killed
Oh,
me.
I saw a barn burner yesterday between like the favorite and the dude from France, and the butterfly came and got him.
Oh, really? You saw a comeback?
Ooh, come back.
Comeback and swimming is tough.
200. I think it was 200 down and back, down and back.
200
Yeah.
butterfly.
Yeah, which I got to tell you, it just out of curiosity, when you get in the pool, right, and you swimming, you'll try,
Mm.
right? And I'm like, how can anybody do this for more than 3 steps? It's crazy.
I was like, I'm watching this. I'm like, man, she's swimming a mile. It's like, and then you think about like these, like they did that stupid
Triathlon, they
movie.
do 2.5 miles. Is it 2.5 miles?
I don't know, but I know that they were like advertising that movie about swimming in the English Channel. I'm just like, who would do that? Like at what point do you just decide the swimming is too much?
That's 26 miles. They put you in there's some people that swim the Atlantic, and they put you in a cage so the sharks
can't catch you.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you at that point. Like that's when where you're just like, hey, intangibles.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's just be like,
Mm-hmm.
we've made our point. We can swim. Can't we just prove it by swimming in a pool many a
I thought
time?
you said Luau Deng was coaching was the head coach for Sudan.
No, I didn't say head coach. I said he runs the team.
Oh,
like
okay.
he bankrolls them. You can see
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So
But-
he's like Grant.
yes,
He's the Grant Hill.
He's
of,
Grant Hill.
South
Okay,
Sudan.
okay, I
Grant-
got you. Because I'm like, that don't look like Luau Deng.
No, but apparently Luau Deng was furious. Like he went up to D Wade. D Wade said this on the broadcast today. He was furious because they had one free throw out in the first half, and he had just yelled at D Wade. He goes, "Why are you yelling at me? Like it's not me not getting you the ball." D Wade's like, "Why are you yelling at me?"
By the way, D-Wade's doing a great job. Him and
Yeah.
Noah
Yeah.
Eagle.
They having a blast watching the Olympics.
Yeah, it's yesterday, of course. Team USA, they beat South Sudan. They handled them. Did not cover. Almost. There was
No,
one.
it wasn't even close.
There was one point where Drew Holiday hit a 3, made a 23-point lead. I was like, maybe Leroy's gonna hit his cover.
No,
But then all of a sudden it was a brick fest.
right. Then they just stopped scoring, and then all of a sudden Sudan started making threes. I'm like, wait a minute, we can't have that exchange.
It's the tiebreakers. Like, so they needed those. So but Ant-Man wasn't gonna let them have that last 3. He goes, oh no. We're not gonna make this put window dressing on this.
It's funny because there's certain guys that go in the game,
Mm-hmm.
they trying to get their ball on. Right? I don't care what the score is.
Well, yesterday, if you are a Heat fan, very proud of the performance by Bam Adebayo, who yesterday just completely cooked South Sudan.
I figured that's what was going to happen. I don't think, just thinking about what these players do on this team, I can't imagine that you take the versatility of Bam out of the game, because he's probably one of the most versatile guys you have on the team.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody else. And lo and behold, the tree stump is out.
Oh, he's out, dude.
Yeah.
He's out. Apparently for now, though. I think he's going to play in the game against Puerto Rico, even though they don't need it.
Because Puerto Rico's tiny.
Puerto Rico's tiny, and it's kind of a house money game. They've already advanced.
So
that's where, you know what? When that happens, you know who you play? Go ahead, Tatum. Go get your Olympics on.
can we can people who were criticizing Steve Kerr apologize to him?
I apologize because I did think that he was going to bend to the pressure of the national
somebody
media.
because Wendy said it.
Yeah, I mean, just because
Right,
what
come
Tatum?
on.
Like, I don't get this. There's going to be players on this team that's not going to play. It just happens like that. You know what I'm saying? It happens in every team. You saw the Olympics, the gymnastics team. That was a girl or a gentleman that didn't do anything. They just part of the team. They got a gold medal. So it's going to happen.
You guys know how this works, though, with politics. Like, first of all, if you watch
Wait. First,
you guys watch 1 second of Joel
Tobin.
Embiid, he stunk up the joint.
Tobin, let's do this. I understand what you're saying about politics, but look at your two coaches. And Steve and
Spo and Tyler.
and Spo.
Yeah, 3 coaches. Yeah.
3 coaches. You think they give a damn about the pressure of politics? Come
They
on,
may
dude.
not. Well, first of all, they may
They
not. But Grant Hill has. Like, he's getting into a public squabble with
They
Jalen
don't give,
Brown.
man. When has Spo or Steve Kerr ever gave a damn about what somebody else thought?
I mean, they obviously care somewhat because they start Jayson Tatum the next game.
But again, that had more to do with the length of
No, it
Sudan.
didn't. Had to do with his feelings, dude. He went out there. He was getting cardio. He also didn't do anything yesterday.
He only had 2 points, right?
Right.
4, the alley-oop. And
He got an alley-oop.
Oh, and
then
a
like
late
and then they got a late
layup.
putback.
Yeah.
Dude was out there. He was getting a jog on.
Tyrese Halliburton went to the Eastern Conference Finals, okay?
Yeah.
He hasn't bitched or complained at all.
No, and he came out. You know what he did? Sniped 2 threes. Made actually produced. Wasn't out there just getting a jog on. But nobody was going to spam.
I saw Tatum fall over his feet or something one time. I was like, "Whoa, dude! Did you stretch?"
Yeah. But yesterday, Bam Adebayo, he was keeping receipts because after the game, he gets right to Twitter and he goes right to the Windhorst clip and he posts the 50 Cent gif, which of course is which is when 50 Cent said to Floyd Mayweather, well, I can't say what he said. What did Floyd say F me for, basically? So, like, why is he picking me? Why is he peacock? Why is he got my name in his mouth about getting benched?
Right.
And this was Windhorst afterwards on SportsCenter, who claims Bam Adebayo was giving him extreme side eye after the game.
Bam Adebayo, Kevin, was all over me after the game because I speculated that he might be the player that would see his minutes reduced to get Tatum back in the game. And all he did was score 18 points and have 7 rebounds and probably the best game he's ever played for the national team. And he gave me extreme side eye for daring to speculate that he might not play. But this is the thing. This team is so deep that this is what they're going to do. And the second unit that they used in this game was stocked with great defensive players, and the South Sudan, like Serbia before them, and probably more teams after them, cannot compete with that second unit. That's where the U.S. is winning these games, and that's their plan to get to that 5th consecutive gold medal.
So, question, hold on. And here's what pisses me off about people like Wendy. I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? Because me and Tobin, especially me, have been having this conversation the whole Olympics that, y'all want to go out and shoot threes? Second unit, go in there and lock them down, right? I've said that. So now all of a sudden he recognizes the defensive stopping unit. Now all of a sudden Bam is important on that defensive stopper unit when he was saying they were going to bench him. Don't all of a sudden act like now you're aware of what the basketball team can do.
Yeah, if you watch,
you're supposed to be reporting that, not me. Yeah, you run him every day.
I was sitting here 15,000 feet in the air, realizing, second unit continues to dominate for the Team USA. Oh, what's been the consistent with the second unit? Bam Adebayo
and Kevin Durant.
No, just the first game. He
had a good game yesterday.
Yeah, but he just came back.
So that, I mean,
he just came back. I'm talking back to the exhibition season, Vlad.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
exhibition season.
All I'm saying is this:
the bench set us
every time a team goes on a little run ski, you look to the side and they gonna make sure Bam, Derek White, AD is in the game. And then they lock it down.
And Edwards.
And they'll bring Ann in too. But I'm just saying, like, for him to all of a sudden say, Bam ain't gonna get no, he leading the damn charge.
That was the point. Yeah, that's what was crazy about it. As he's sitting here, he goes, who could be
and he's a basketball guru.
Who could they bench?
You see,
that's why you get extreme side-eye Windhorst.
You see why players don't always have respect for the people that write and talk about their sport.
Ridiculous.
This is a situation right here. Like, that shouldn't even been brought up because he should have been saying, well, I don't know who's going to come out of the game because Bam and that second unit is their lockdown unit. And whenever other team goes on the run, they're going to play. Now he says, oh, they're just so deep that they could put anybody in.
But also, here's the thing. How come there was no, Steve, I give credit to Steve Kerr, but you could tell about the national media's bias. Even I, who's not a Heat fan, is starting to see.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to make you happy.
You get
it. Tell him.
But no, this is why. Joel Embiid got sat yesterday, right?
Yep.
Former MVP.
Yes, sir.
Would have been a 2-time MVP this year if he wasn't hurt.
Probably.
No complaint. You didn't hear nothing from him. You didn't hear nothing from the
He was
Philadelphia
cheering.
76ers. He was cheering, having a good time.
I did hear from a Twitter account called Dr. Embiid.
Lord knows he knows
Dr. Embiid because he always hurt.
Yeah. But when Tatum sat the first game and he was told that he might not play or he wasn't going to play, national media makes a big stink about it. Right? And the first person that they said that might lose minutes, it wasn't anybody. It was Bam.
Yep.
Wait, here's the kicker, though. Especially after explaining that Sudan is all wings and length on the perimeter.
It was such a bad explanation.
That was the worst explanation.
Wait, it's obvious that Embiid is the one that comes out.
It was such a bad it was such a terrible job of
doing their job.
Elimination.
Doing their job.
It was.
Right.
But it's like, why would you it's a team of all wings and you're gonna take out the best one?
Oh my goodness. It's just, but that's so when people come at me and say, oh, this question needed to be asked, or they try to protect the media. What about this?
I get extreme side
okay. What about a guy who literally spends every day of his life around basketball? You come at me with this dumb stuff? And you want me to take your word as meaning anything other than Hawk Tour? No, that's why I don't. That's why I am the way I am with him. Because you're supposed to be smarter than us. You're supposed to know more than us. And your comments after the other day's game is Bam is gonna sit and not Joel Embiid after you explain the wings. I can't listen to you.
Facts.
What was the other thing that Chad?
And the other thing, right? Tatum probably wasn't playing well.
Oh, he stunk yesterday too.
That's what I'm saying. You know what?
What am I to deduce with this though, Vlad? Because this man, I understand he's a very talented. He's a moose. He's very talented. But what am I to do with? I have watched this man now through a playoff run with a great team.
Go.
I have now watched him in the Olympics with a great team, and yet somehow he's very forgettable. I don't leave myself ever watching him being like, wow.
Can I break this down for you two?
Sure.
Jayson Tatum is not having the reaction that he thought he would get winning a championship from what he's seen from every team when their best player wins a championship. Like when the team wins a championship, you're the best player on the team. He didn't get Eastern Conference Finals MVP. He didn't get NBA Finals MVP.
Nope.
But those are the things.
Why?
Because
we tired of hearing about a guy who might not even be the best player on this team.
So think about all the greats. LeBron, he won a championship, Finals MVP, and went to the Olympics and won a gold medal. And they gave him he was like Sports Illustrated's Person of the Year. It happens with all of them. When you win a title, you win the Finals MVP, and it so happens to be a gold medal Olympic year, and you're on the Olympic team. It's like it's your year.
It's like a coronation of your career.
Yeah, it's your year.
Right.
Like that year is your year.
But here's the kicker. Here's the difference, though. Okay. When LeBron got his, it was everybody. Nobody cared what the media was saying. We all looking at it and going, that dude is balling. Right? They didn't have to say nothing. We could see it.
Of course.
But when we watched Tatum all year, I said the whole year, I'd take Jaylen Brown. And so if you have that and all the people think that, you don't care what the media has to say about Tatum. And Tatum knows he wasn't the best player on his team. Because the only two players they talked about during that finals was Jaylen Brown and Derek White.
And by the way, Derek White deserves his credit.
Derek White's been awesome.
Yeah.
He's been
Derek White's been awesome.
Like
Derek White's been awesome. Drew Holiday's been awesome. Honestly, if he were to replace Jaylen Brown,
Wait, think about this. If there was a Celtic who shouldn't have been on that team, it's Tatum.
Tatum should be gone.
Right. It should be Jaylen Brown and Derek White. I will say this, though. Let me apologize to Derek White and Steve Kerr and Grant Hill. Because Derek White earned his spot. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought you were gonna apologize about his teeth. I thought you were gonna make finally come around and
No,
Thank God he got his teeth fixed.
I don't need a banana smoothie right now.
take a break. Back after this.
WQAM broadcasting live from the
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Streaming live, YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. Miami Dolphins are back on the practice field today as they are.
If we full padding it?
I don't know, Leroy. It's a good question. I'm not sure. I would think so. One would think.
Yeah, because they had the day off.
They had the day off yesterday. I would think
They have
so.
a game this Friday or next Friday?
Next Friday. Tonight is the Hall of Fame game, though. If
That nobody's playing.
I mean, I will tune in just to hear the football music, and then I will leave.
I've played in 3 of them.
Ah, that's the worst. Why? Oh, you're Cleveland. You're Brown. That's why.
No, I played once with the Vikings.
Who got in? Who got in that year? Do you remember?
No, I can't remember.
Can't remember.
But I know
The one that was the craziest. What was it, like 6 years ago, where the field of the paint got messed up or something like that?
Yeah, because they shipped the field in because it's turf and the paint was slippery. Whatever.
Gross.
It's like when you think about you paying a guy 15-20 million a year, and you can't ensure that the field that he plays on is acceptable, or you don't know that beforehand. It's a crazy thing. Some of the simplest of things that we take for granted in sports. People are really talking about the hate on Tatum. Like I don't really think it's hate. I think it's they stuffed Jayson Tatum down our throat for the last 5 years. And then he wins a championship, and it's not really because of him.
Thank you.
So that's why I'm not taking away from whether he can play. I'm not taking it away from how good he is. Okay. But what happened this year is his abilities were put in perspective with the rest of the players he played with.
This isn't really like, this is not to I'm not trying to pile on Jayson Tatum, even though I like piling on Jayson Tatum, but it's like you guys sat here for 48 hours and you bitched and you whined about how Steve Kerr insulted him.
Right.
And he gave you 2 points. Like, that's the facts of it. Is like you sat here calling Steve Kerr
like he was going to go out and do what KD did.
Right. Like you thought he was going to walk out here and he was going to be the real star of the show, and he wasn't. And the same thing is, I'm sure is going to be the story for Embiid today. But like, if you've been watching, even important. And I think the thing that's been great if you're a Heat fan is you're watching, who has an impact on every damn one of these games? Bam Adebayo. And everyone loves playing with him. And him and Ant-Man and Bam. Bam and Ant.
Let me tell you this. The craziest front court I've ever seen is Anthony Davis, Bam Adebayo, and Kevin Durant. You're not scoring on that.
You're not scoring. And then you got a guy who can shoot from anywhere.
Yeah, you can't score.
And then you got two guys you got a guy who could bring the ball up, pass, and Bam. You got AD who could shoot, go inside, outside. And then, you got
I think the
greatest scorers ever.
The coolest play was when Bam brought it up.
Yep.
And then passed it and then did the pick and roll and rolled to the front of the rim and then got the alley-oop after bringing the ball up.
That's the thing that's awesome as a Heat fan, and it's awesome that D Wade's on the broadcast of this too, because he actually knows
it out. He points it. He's
like, look at him. He's doing it all, dude. He's doing it all.
They have nothing to talk about. They literally have nothing to talk about. That's why they're causing drama. Now, this is the topic on First Take, Leroy. Is Steve Kerr creating problems with rotation?
It's
with
crazy.
rotations.
And you win in the go.
It's crazy. Like, he's like, Steve Kerr's like, I'm playing the guy who has the greatest plus minus on the team. And that's somehow an indictment on Steve Kerr. And like you said, I'll give him props. I thought that maybe he was going to bend to this pressure because this is the story every single time. Not the fact that this team is overwhelmingly dominant. Overwhelmingly dominant. You're getting a really cool story with LeBron James getting to be on a great team, and you're getting to see LeBron James in high stakes games again. Like, all of this stuff is really, really cool with Team USA, and we're here worried about Joel Embiid's feelings or Tatum's feelings.
Right.
Nobody worried about Halliburton.
No, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Right,
It's just ridiculous how they just trying to figure out something. It's like, well, okay, they look dominant now. It may not seem like they might lose or get upset. So let's cause something saying that there's a controversy so that it can lead into the season. Ooh, when are the Celtics and Warriors gonna play? Oh, let's find out with Stephen A. That's what they're trying to do. I get it, but you're not Triple H. You can't create stories like this. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to fake things. That's what I'm
if it was
saying.
Triple H, Steve Kerr would be out there playing himself. Himself the story.
He's the game.
He's the game.
But I think that's the and for whatever reason, like listen, my anger came out towards the right person earlier in the show, and it was Windhorst. You can't be a person who writes about basketball and put that foolishness out there as if you have no idea what you're talking about. Like he started the conversation saying it's going to change from game to game, and Sudan has a lot of length on the outside, and then follows it up by saying one of the best wing defenders in the league is going to sit on the bench over Joel Embiid. Yo, you got to, you know what we got to do? You need to lose some credentials.
Fact.
You know, when you say something stupid like that, and you're supposed to be a spokesman of basketball and spend all your time around basketball. You know what? Listen. We're gonna give you a red card. You go back home, and we'll see you in the beginning of the NBA season.
Now they should make him go cover the 3-on-3.
Oh my
God!
watch
Jimmer. Go watch Jimmer for that.
Jimmer's hurt now, so
he's hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt in the game. That's why he lost 19. By the way, if we're gonna have hoop it up,
wait. Can we have some? Wait a minute.
Real players?
Wait.
Can we get some real players?
We had 3 dudes who said they had to call off work on Friday to get here on time,
and we lost.
And I'm like, we got with all the basketball players we got.
You know what? We
in
should
the
send.
U.S.
Yeah, we should send Tatum and Joel Embiid to play in the 3-on-3.
No.
We lost to Germany.
We should have sent the Celtics. Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and what's his name? Kelvin Pritchard. He's been hitting those 3-pointers from half court. They'll be good.
We'll take a break. Back with more after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. You guys can get in on the chat. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Yesterday, if you guys missed it, Team USA, led by Bam Adebayo, beat South Sudan. They will now take on Puerto Rico on Saturday for their final group play game, although they've already advanced. They have already advanced. Yesterday, they put it on South Sudan.
Yep.
Much against Luol Deng. But I think the thing, you know, we've done our laughing at the national media, Leroy, for the suggestions. But let me ask you this.
Mhm.
You see a Bam Adebayo right now,
Mhm.
killing it. Hitting threes.
Threes from the corner.
Threes from the corner. Doing it all. Do we see even more of a leap from this man this year? Like this
Yes.
man in his prime, he's going to be 20. He's just turned 27 years old, and he is flourishing on the national stage with all these stars. What do you think this means for him coming into this season?
It means that he's going to play the 4.
He better. Like I don't want to see him play the 5 no more.
And that means that a lot of the defensive responsibilities that you've asked him to do, he's going to have help with. And now he'll be able to have some space on the offensive side of the ball. Yeah, and so from that standpoint, yeah, he's going to be, I think, closer to his full potential by being able to play all over the basketball court instead of just in the paint, which he's done for most of his career to this point. Which I'm not going to take I'm not going to pat myself on the back, but I said this since day one.
Well, I mean, like, look, you say the defensive responsibilities, and I hope that is the case. We got to see what Kalel can do on an NBA stage.
But I'm saying he'll be a wing defender instead of hanging bodies in the paint for a whole year.
I hope that he gets that kind of relief this year. But even still, even if he is a guy that we've seen his game expanding and going out further, and then in the middle of the year does bring out the 3 ball. But I do think that that's going to be. It's definitely a confidence with him. He's not even hesitating with it now. I think that, offensively is certainly going to.
But when you think about his rookie year, even Jimmy was saying, I want 1-3 a game. So
that was his rookie year. That was his 3rd year.
His 3rd year. But everybody knows that talent is there.
Mm-hmm.
But being able to use that talent in doing what's asked of you and what's needed for your team to win aren't always the same thing.
He was trying to say, he's like, they had a bet with each other back in the day in this first season down in Miami, where if Bam took a 3, Jimmy owed him 500. If Bam didn't take a 3, then he owed Jimmy 500. And they put a stop to that like very quickly.
Yeah, because Bam was probably owing Jimmy a lot of money.
No, I think Spo was mad about it.
Yeah,
I don't think I didn't, but it was hilarious. It was a hilarious side story that was going on there.
But the play and here's the thing. There's nobody around Bam that doesn't recognize his skill set. Right? Like,
yeah, the players know.
The players know. You can see it. Like, think about this. A man who can handle the ball like that and facilitate, spend most of his career in the paint. That don't make no damn sense.
You're not supposed to be 6'8", 6'9", guarding guards.
That's crazy. He's a piranha.
Right. And then guard Joker.
But it also is like, I think the Heat have also been very blessed by Bam, because I think other players would have very much thrown up their hands at this point in their career.
Or said, I want out.
And being like, I'm tired of screening for our shooters all the time. I'm tired of getting all these guys open
who don't make shots.
I'm tired. Yeah, I'm just tired. Can I ball a little bit? Can I go cook? Can I have fun?
You know what fixes that though? Here's what's different in basketball, and I appreciate this. In basketball and football, right? If this were to happen in football, then the same team would turn around and say, we can't give you all that money. You ain't had no sacks. Right? But they max him out every time.
Of course.
And so from that standpoint, at least they're rewarding you for what you're doing, even though your numbers
That's
They're not-
true.
you see what I'm saying?
That's true. But here's the thing that is interesting with it is it has put him in a spot where the dum-dums out there who are looked upon as the national media who
Don't give
vote
him
for
his
these
shine.
awards
Don't give him
and
his
affect their money, they don't know
Right.
because he plays like this. And so like
I think the players
he can't bet on himself to go get an extra 100 million guaranteed next year because he knows the dum-dums won't the bums won't talk about it.
Hey, everybody in this league knows about Bam, right? And it goes to show you a lot of these guys' careers are based on the relationships they have with the media, which is a joke.
Yep.
It should be about your play on the field. And that's why I have a problem with that. If they don't like you or you don't do an interview with them and then they vote for stuff like this and don't vote you in because they don't like you, you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They need to find another way to go about this because as long as you have the human element in it, then feelings get involved. And it shouldn't be about feelings. It should be about the merits of your work on the court.
Yeah, it's the feelings are very clearly always in the way with this stuff.
Always.
By the way,
Always.
speaking of feelings,
The
did
Hall
you
of
see
Fame
it?
too. The Hall of Fame too.
I felt bad for our boy Nico yesterday. So apparently Nikola Jović, he blew a layup late. He had a nice game yesterday. Him and Joker, great connection, some touchdown passes. And Nikola Jović blew a layup that would have given Joker a triple-double in 23 minutes. And
oh my goodness.
That's to buy him a horse now.
and his reaction was just simply adorable because this was brought up to him by the media afterwards. He goes, "Did you know that he would have had the triple-double?" And Jovic's response was, "No, who passed it? Did he pass the ball? But I made a dribble." He's like, "I can't believe I didn't make it. I'm so sorry. It's sad."
I mean, everybody could have got. I mean, who is it? Puerto Rico? They played. Who did
Yeah.
play?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
They're tiny,
Oh, they're tiny.
and
Yeah,
they're playing Monstars. They played the Monstars yesterday, and now they're going to play one of the most athletic and lengthy teams when they play the U.S.
I don't think the U.S. will play some of their starters.
That's why Tatum will score 40, and then
Yeah,
everybody
Halliburton
says,
game.
You're gonna get a Halliburton Tatum game.
Tatum, Halliburton.
Derek White.
Oh no, he with the first. He with the big boys.
No. He's on the second team. I mean, you got to understand some of the second team guys are gonna.
Like Steph stuck up the joint.
So wait. I was getting ready to say that. How we feeling about Steph? Because they working Steph like a traffic cone.
Yo, they abusing him.
Hey, they're abusing him. They are abusing him. They clear it out.
Nasty.
They
Like,
clear it out. They
have
clear
no
it out, and that 6'1" point guard went to work.
That
And
man.
they say, wait, and then they say the point guard can't go left, but he's okay with his right from over there with Steph guarding him.
Steph is not going anywhere. That's a Teflon man right there.
Hey,
there's three Teflon guys on that team.
yeah, Steph.
Bron's not going anywhere.
Bron,
KD's not going. And Steph's not going.
KD, right. But all I'm saying is, Steph, what are we doing? Because dude was dude not working him? Come on now.
He was working.
He was working on.
If you ask him,
they clear it out. They pick. We got what we want, boys. Back up.
No, if you ask me, that was my first basketball game ever watching it. Like this, one of them changed the game, and the other is just getting for kicks his first opportunity. I wouldn't have thought Steph Curry was that guy. If you just dropped me into basketball for the first time ever in that game.
He was crossing him over, like had him on skates, up and unders, stopping pops. I'm like, Steph, what are we doing?
All right, we'll take a break. Get into some football. Miami Dolphins back on the practice field today. Back after this. To the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Let's get to our headlines. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy a truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. So I was on Gelby the other day.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
how's he doing?
Here's his order. Bills,
Okay.
Jets,
What?
Patriots. Dolphins, Patriots.
Okay.
He goes,
so
one of those teams, he said, you can interchange all of them, but one of those teams are going to make the playoffs. And I said, I choose not to have a lot of faith in unknowns. If you want to crown Buffalo, you can go ahead because they've won it. I get that. That they get that. Right until somebody take them off of that perch, they're there. It's their division. But I would say this. Before Stephon Diggs got there, we had questions about Josh Allen. So now we just assuming that Josh Allen going to be okay without Stephon Diggs. I said, as far as the Jets, you're talking about a 40-year-old that only played 4 plays with this team. How much are they going to be able to grow? Or how quickly are they going to be able to grow? Or towards the middle of the season, they're going to be playing catch-up because they finally got it going. You don't know. They haven't played enough together.
And what did Gelby say to you?
He said, yeah, okay. And I said, and there's questions about the Dolphins. I'm not worried about the offense. You got a new defensive coordinator, and your 2 best pass rushers are out. So you got questions there. I said, but to definitively say anything other than I'm picking the Bills to win the division because they won it, it's crazy to assume that the Jets going to, what about that defense? I said, they gave up 65 sacks last year, dude. With the same old line. You think that's just going to go away?
Wait, who gave up 65 sacks?
The Jets.
The Jets.
It's not the same old line.
Okay.
Tyron Smith wasn't on that team last year. Morgan Moses wasn't on that team last year.
Okay.
John Sampson wasn't on that team last year.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I mean, we would have to look at the Dolphins O-line and be like, that's the same O-line, correct?
Yeah, but I have one thing, and here's why the offensive line, what they've done with this offense, and as important as offensive lines are, you have a quarterback who has made the offensive line less important by the way he gets rid of the ball and the accuracy in which he throws it. I call it the Tom Brady. Tom Brady never got hit, not because his offensive line was great, because he didn't hold on to the ball.
He did have a good old line, though.
Yeah, he did, but made but made better by the fact that he never got sacked because he didn't hold on to the ball. It works hand in hand.
This is an interesting thing though, because it was like I do feel like, and we brought this up earlier in the week because it did feel like, I was also doing, people are like, oh, well, how much respect should you give the Jets? And it is just hard to know because it is contingent upon. It does feel like, yes, they have a lot of talent. I'm not going to dispute that the Jets do have a lot of talent all over the place, but it is contingent upon, hey, what is this guy at 40 years old off his pastrami Achilles? What is that going to look like? It's a lot different than a guy like Jaelan Phillips who's beating science.
I'm not saying here.
No,
he's in his prime.
No, I'm sorry, Leroy. I'm sorry,
he's in his prime. He's in his prime.
Vlad. Before you even go there, I've already fought this fight. All right. And so you don't have to come in and talk about, the Dolphins or whatever. I've been fighting this fight all summer.
I got you.
I've been fighting this fight all summer. You can go to Twitter. You can go to Twitch
every time.
You can go to Twitch and YouTube, and they will tell you. I've been fighting this crazy man fight all off season. So, but here's the deal. Like, there's a lot of questions for these 3 teams. But of the 3 teams, I would say the team that is going to be relatively consistent in their strength is going to be between the Jets defense and the Dolphins offense. Now, that being said, like, I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to be.
Aaron Rodgers is 3 games better than the records that the quarterback.
Oh, okay, but you're still making an assumption that a 40-year-old coming off Achilles is going to be healthy.
So a 40-year-old who's played and been in the league for 20 damn years, who's won 4 MVPs. What are we talking about here?
What does that have to do with his Achilles? Because Achilles ain't winning no MVPs.
He don't gotta move like Jaelan Phillips. All he has to do is go side to side.
Oh.
The same way you were saying how Tua is good because he can get the ball quickly. He releases the ball quickly. So does Aaron Rodgers, who has a better arm than the guy you're talking about. Jaelan Phillips needs to use
Aaron Rodgers holds the ball longer than Tua.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers has to play every play. Like, that's the difference.
Right.
Like, Jaelan Phillips, they can bring along and they can spoon feed.
Listen, I'm not. See, everybody thinks I'm hating on.
Like, we've
Everybody
seen that.
thinks I'm hating on Aaron Rodgers. I'm not hating on Aaron Rodgers. I'm hating on his Achilles.
But you've also seen you can also see, like, they do this with older pass rushers too, where they'll bring the guy in just to be in specialization. Like, you can do that. You can do that
who
with
the
Jalen
Dolphins
Phillips.
brought in last year at the end of the year. Woo!
He's not going to want that.
No, because his contract, he's about to get paid.
Yeah, but he's not. But he's a first round pick. Like, he has an option year too. It's not like he's on. It's not like Javon Holland where he's playing on the last year of his deal.
He's gonna want to make sure
So,
he gets paid.
so here's the deal. Here's the deal. Like, Vlad, I get all your optimism, and I'm not. I didn't say I'm not angry or anybody that feels that way, right? It'll be interesting to see who's going to step up into that Stephon Diggs role
For the Bills.
because history, not Leroy, history has shown he needs a stud.
But I
Right?
will say, we're going to be tuned into that first Dolphins Bills game, week 2. Like, it's going to feel like the whole season's on the line that week 2. It is.
For who?
For the Dolphins.
Of course we're gonna
Oh, dude, it is absolutely. If the
don't do that.
If the Dolphins lose to the Bills week 2, this fan base is going to be beside themselves. They want a game. They want to show it's something different right off the bat. And if you go and lose week 2 prime time with that bum Fitzpatrick calling the game, yeah, that's not gonna. I don't know why I had to add that, but the point is you got to take that week 2. You have to.
No, but it's 17-game season, right? And for this team, the most important stretch of the season will be after Thanksgiving.
Well, starting on Thanksgiving.
Ooh, that's
Right.
the worst Thanksgiving game ever, man. You get poor Miami fans got to go to Green Bay.
Juicy schedule.
Juicy. It's frigid.
Juicy.
That's it. No. The coldest month is January.
Well,
We're in Green Bay? I've been to Green Bay. You've been to Green Bay. It gets cold in October.
It gets cold, but I'm talking about what they went through when they went to Kansas City.
Okay, but it still might be that on Thanksgiving night in Green Bay.
November 28th, night game in Green Bay. I don't exactly think that's going to be fantastic.
8:15.
November, it'll be between
10 degrees.
35 and 50.
No way. Get out of here, Leroy. I went there in October. It was 23 degrees. What are you talking about?
I spent half my life up there. Come on, Vlad.
Come on, man.
They got
Vlad.
Changes.
Pull-
Things have changed over the last 30 years since you were playing over there.
Yeah, global warming, jackass.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's warmer.
Cold. It's going to get cold. You know what? We can check right now. Hold on. I'm going to
Check
Google.
right now. Check right now.
historically check. I think we did this. I feel like it was somewhere in the 30s last year. I think we did check this. They got three chili willies to end the season.
I'm going to Cleveland.
Yeah, you got Thursday, November 28th, Thanksgiving night at Green Bay. Then you have December 29th in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Sunday night football. I'm assuming it doesn't get flexed. And then the final week is Dolphins Jets on the road. So, and January.
You ain't liking the numbers. I could already tell.
You're right. It says late November temperatures are often in the mid 50s.
Yeah. Like, dude, I lived half my life up there, dude.
It's a fair point. By the way, did you see all the Vikings?
Hold on.
See the Vikings fans ripping on the why is everybody doing the all
At
white?
night, Vlad, at night it'll be between 35 if it's chilly and about 50 degrees at night.
Schmeathan says that Leroy hasn't been to Green Bay since the internet was.
Really?
Sorry. He said it.
Well, he's right. Listen, he was right. He said it. It's between 30 and 50, but it was cold as hell when I went there, and it was October.
No, dude, but I'm telling you, Thursday night football. Thursday night football, week 2. That's a statement game. It is.
Come on, dude.
Statement game.
Nah, come on. Don't
It's a
do that.
statement game, dude.
How?
Ask you a question, Tobin.
I'm not gonna let you guys dismiss this.
Tobin.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Can you have a statement game with two of your best players probably not going to be back?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're asking for so it's not going to matter that Jaelan Phillips or Chubb aren't playing.
Chop needs him to drop that week.
So now you're going to put all that on a rookie.
Chop needs a new drop. I heard you.
Chop needs him to drop. You know what I mean? I need him to drop. Them Jones.
Hey, I see. This is the unrealistic stuff that drives me crazy.
Why, dude? I'm telling you, a week 2 statement game is a thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You want to be playing your best. You want to be playing your best football in week 16.
Can I make it a poll?
17.
Can I make it a poll?
Huh?
Can I make it a poll?
Goodness,
Okay,
no.
you know what?
Everybody's like you.
No. I'm gonna give him a little. I'm gonna shoot him a little bit, Leroy. If the Dolphins lose to the Jaguars and they start the season 0-1, then that game is important because you don't want to lose 2 home games. You don't want to start 0-2 in the conference and 0-1 in the division. That's the only way. But if they beat the Jaguars, this is not a statement game.
No, first of all, T-Law versus Tua could be argued it's a personal statement game because you have the 2 quarterbacks who got the bag.
How about you only play 17 of them? They all make a statement in some.
I already know what this is. No, this is
that's not true. That's not true.
Classic Tobin.
Host
this is August.
Dude,
it's not classic Tobin.
Yeah, we're a week or 2 away.
You know what he's doing? You know what he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're doing it, Tobin, in a sneaky way. and I'm not appreciating you playing that's a win, that's a loss.
I already did. No. Hold on. I already did that to win, that's a loss, and I already categorized every game. I don't remember which games I categorized as which categorization.
No, you came up with a special.
I did. I had codes. But I distinctly remember week 2 statement game. But Jacksonville, now that Trevor Lawrence, because we didn't do this since they both got paid. Now that Trevor Lawrence and Tua both got paid, absolutely. I won't call it a statement game, but it's a stakes game. It's a stakes game on week 1. Personal stakes.
Every team in the NFL wants to get off to a good start. So I'm more than sure everybody's going to feel the same way.
And by the way, 0-2 doesn't make you 0-1 or 0-2 doesn't mean your season's over. Like, relax.
But that's the way he puts these high stakes on these games like it's over.
Yeah, but then you got to go win in Buffalo. Otherwise, you can't get swept by Buffalo again this year. I'm sorry. You can't do it.
Now, you can say, that I would agree with. That if you want to be considered amongst those upper echelon 4 or 5 teams that have a chance against Kansas City, right? Then you got to beat a couple of the other 4 or 5 teams. And you definitely have to beat them at home. That much I agree with. That much I agree with. But here's what's going to happen. You ready? It's going to be 4,000 degrees, right? And if the Dolphins run up through Buffalo, then it's going to immediately move to, well, they got to beat them up there. Until they beat them up there, it's not going to matter.
No, if they get the first one, it puts it easy. I mean, asking to sweep Buffalo is a big ask, but I can't get swept.
Listen, no matter how big a game the Dolphins win early in the year, no matter how big a game they win, they all gonna say, okay, but how are they gonna
finish? But we also got to exercise the demons for PTT, which has been a thing.
What the hell is PTT?
Primetime Tua. It's been a thing. We need primetime Tua to show up.
A quarterback for 2 seconds.
Dude, no, he hasn't. And second of all,
stop. Don't do that, Leroy. Don't do that, Leroy.
Primetime Tua.
Wait. So
He needs a
no.
showcase game.
So say he's been a quarterback for 2 years, I say.
All right. So in
Right?
those 2 years,
That's not very long in the NFL, dude.
but he's been on primetime games, bro. Like,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, okay.
You don't want to start getting that Kirk Cousins narrative that you can't.
You
No,
don't want to be
don't.
lefty
You
Kirk
know,
Cousins.
Kirk Cousins been in the league forever.
Yeah,
right?
but everybody
Peyton
knows about Kirk
Manning,
Cousins.
Peyton Manning had it too. Like this is not. Let's not make it sound like this is the only player we've said this about. Right? There's a number of quarterbacks we have said this about.
I need PTT to show up, dude. Need it. Take a break. By the way, the NFL is apparently trying to outlaw the Dolphins. I'll tell you about that next. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy.
I got the 30-minute call.
Oh, they're coming in 30?
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Dolphins in the middle of training camp right
I need some
now.
football to be played, dude.
By the way, they are
You
not
know
in
why?
pads.
Because I don't like all this conjecture, this, hope for, wish for, paper champ, my team going to do this. I want to see some games so then you can legitimately see or have an idea of what your team is.
I don't disagree with you. I would like that too. But until then, this is all we have.
Oh, until then, I got to deal with you.
This is all we have.
Until then, I got to deal with you.
The Miami Dolphins are not in pads today, Leroy.
Okay. So let me see. So they went 2 days of pads last week. I think you're limited. So maybe they only do Thursday and then they have a scrimmage this weekend, right?
I think they do. Yeah, I think they have to hard.
So,
I think they do.
I think it's 2 weeks. Remember the year we had to go all the way down to FIU?
Sounds familiar.
They had a scrimmage at FIU 1 year.
Because the stadium wasn't ready?
Could be.
Omar Kelly tweets out, he says, sounds like Eric Ezukanma has been shut down because of injury. That's not great news. Eazy-E, of course, dealt with the neck injury last year. So that's no bueno.
You know what's amazing? I don't think only 1 year of all my years that I missed time in preseason. That's for boo-boos, anything. I mean, like, how you come into camp banged up? How you gonna make it through a 5-month season or a 6-month season if you go into camp banged up?
I don't know, dude. They did they signed a veteran receiver yesterday, Willie Snead IV. Who, by the way,
didn't he play for the Bills?
Did he play for the Bills?
Oh no, is that a Jadarius Snead? There's a Jadarius Snead too, all right?
Yeah, there's another Snead.
Okay,
another Snead. Although he got yesterday interesting. He did play with San Francisco, I think, last year. Hasn't had a big year in a while. He's 31, but the Dolphins apparently need some bodies. One of their draft picks is hurt with Taj Washington. Odell, not exactly not ready to go yet. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this yesterday, and I don't know if I have any reason to feel this way, but when I saw that they signed a veteran receiver yesterday, and then the Odell thing, I don't mean to get the Will Fullers, chill on the back of my head, thinking like, But now Eric Ezukanma's hurt. No Odell. They signed another receiver. I don't feel great about that.
You should feel nothing. Here's why. The 1 or 2 positions on the field that as soon as camp starts, all they do is run. It's DB and wide receiver. So you're going to have throughout camp some sore hammies, right? Some guys you're going to want to give a break. And so you're going to have maybe a corner or 2 signed, or a DB or 2 signed, or wide receiver or 2 signed, just for the sheer fact you need bodies to take some of those reps. So don't read anything into it.
Well, apparently Willie Snead had a deleted tweet that went viral yesterday because it looks like last January. I'm assuming this is the playoff game. He tweeted out, Dolphins will be good when Tua stops acting soft AF. 100 emoji.
Wow.
So I guess there's got to be a talkie talk early on.
No, it doesn't.
No?
I will say this. The chances of you making the team are going to depend on said player.
That's true.
So, and so you got to be careful.
That's who
you know what I call that? I call that the old Kyle Lowry.
What?
When you say things, never thinking you're going to be confronted by that guy. Yeah,
this was
you know what? And a lot of people here's what I hate about this situation. A lot of people think that because that's what they were told. But nobody on this team or in this organization thinks that, which is the most important group. You see what I'm saying? So if he thinks that on the other coast, then maybe he need to have a conversation with Tua or watch what Tua does.
Maybe.
That's it. Like I've had, you know what? I've thought certain things about players. I don't put it out there, but I've thought certain things about players, either watching them on film or what have you, and then you play against them and you go, "Ooh, I was a little off." Right?
Not Eli Apple, though.
Not Eli.
Not Eli Apple. Where is he this year? Is he on anybody's team?
I don't know. He probably falling for the double move.
Let's see. Eli Apple, currently a free agent.
Yeah, he free, all right. I'm just saying. Like, any comments that I made about Eli Apple are centered around two things. One, the guy been beat by, as soon as he got onto a team, he started getting beat by double move because he wanted to get a pick six, and then he give up one. And two, what he said about my city.
That's true.
So that's how it all started. It really didn't start with his ability to play. And furthermore, he went to Ohio State. So add those three things in together and you understand the beef. Right?
The Dolphins will be good when Tua stop acting soft AF. 100. It's the 100 emoji to me. That's the chef's kiss.
Wait, like what did he say? I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. Like he validating and co-stamping his own thoughts.
You know that's the first question they're gonna ask him.
Definitely.
Well, because he tried to delete it, but too late.
Yeah. Oh, damage is done. Oh, you tried to delete a tweet that was during the playoff game. That
you know what? But here's what the Cowardly Lions do. I call them the Cowardly Lions. Right? They're not gonna go ask him about it. They're gonna go ask Tua about it. You see what I'm saying?
No, you gotta ask him about it. You gotta ask him.
No, they're gonna ask Tua first.
Well, no, Tua spoke yesterday, right?
Tua spoke on Sunday. I don't know when Tua's speaking again. Usually QB speaks once a week.
Yeah, they usually speak on Wednesdays, right? But I guess.
Yeah, but it's a little odd because they had him. Remember, he wasn't speaking because he was off. I mean, he was in the contract standoff. He wasn't going to talk.
So now he's playing catch up.
Then he spoke on Sunday. I would imagine Tua's probably not going to speak. Maybe after the scrimmage, if they scrimmage. I would guess that's probably the next time he speaks.
So yeah, but it's one of those things. Like I remember a player that I played with that I know a lot of people had the wrong idea about, and that was Randy Moss. Right? Everybody thought, oh, he's a malcontent, he's this, he's that. But guess what? Have you ever heard another football player say a negative thing about Randy Moss?
Nope.
There you go.
I will say that there was beef passed on this Dolphins locker room because Jalen Ramsey and Tyreek Hill, they had a lot of battles. Didn't Jalen Ramsey just call him a return specialist at one point?
But that's competition.
They had a lot of
trash. That's talking trash with competition, right?
They're cool. They're
cool. Of course, they're cool now.
No, I think they were cool back then. It was
they were cool back then. It's competition.
Nah, Leroy's
like
right.
You gotta know the difference between talking trash because you playing against one another and like the rap beef, right?
Yeah, this ain't
that.
No.
This is just them talking. Oh, dude. Why am I worried about Tyreek? He's just a return specialist, right? Stuff like that. That's nothing. That's nothing, right? I mean, the closest time I ever got to bulletin board material, we were playing Pittsburgh for the third time, and we had lost a whole bunch of times in a row in a playoff game, and they came and said, well, Pittsburgh's saying this and Pittsburgh's saying that. I said, Pittsburgh can say what they want. We'll play on Sunday.
Jalen Ramsey said that he went to the Pro Bowl because Jacksonville Jalen Ramsey was a different level of
But that's what I'm saying. So you got Jalen Ramsey and you got Tyreek. They're damn near Hall of Famers, right? When it comes, right? So naturally, but here's the thing: when two people like that go at it, they don't take it personal, right?
Because they know it's
Right.
it's just jokes. It's
They
competition.
don't?
No, yeah.
no,
Okay,
they don't.
Leroy, let me give you a perfect example. You guys played this a week ago. Cam Ward, right? The Canes quarterback when he was trash talking with Shedeur Sanders.
Right.
Everybody thought that they were no,
They're cool.
they cool. That's how they just talk trash. Like that's how they
I told him that.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Because if you notice, here's how you know, Tobin.
Hmm?
And I'm gonna tell you from
nobody was moving.
I'm gonna tell you from my people, right? When you cross the line, you confront it. If you just laughing it up and going back and forth, ain't nobody making a big deal about it.
I don't think you remember. I don't think you guys are remembering. Remember Jalen Ramsey, like one time did a magazine article where he literally listed every quarterback and said how guys are trash, bum. He called Josh Allen just straight trash.
Yeah.
Like this man was on a run back when he first started his career. I don't think they were cool.
Yeah, but you can here. There's a different level of trash talking with a guy you don't really play against, right? You play against Josh Allen. You may play against Josh Allen.
But he disparaged Tyreek Hill. He said, this is the quote that he had back in the day, but when they were not teammates, he said, he made all pro as a return specialist. Let's get that right. Return specialist. Went to 2 Pro Bowls as a return specialist. A return specialist in 2 years. I made all pro at my position, a corner, and went to the Pro Bowl as a corner. This is not a wide receiver versus corner matchup.
Okay.
Was he accurate?
But it's Tyreek Hill.
Again, here's what he's saying. You want me to break it down for you? Here's what he's saying. Don't come at me with a guy that I don't play against. He's there as a return specialist. Talk to me about the other Pro Bowl wide receivers. That's basically what he's saying.
It's still a disparaging comment.
No, it's not.
He's the best receiver in the league.
Now.
That was
But wait, what's the question? Was he wrong? Did he lie?
Yes, he ended up being very wrong.
No,
Kansas
ended
City
up
Chiefs,
at the
Tyreek Hill.
time. Wait, Tobin, when he said this, was he wrong?
Dude, it's a dismissive comment. It's a dismissive comment.
But he's a return guy. He was a return guy.
Was he not a return guy at Kansas City?
He was a return guy, but he also ended up being one of the best receivers in the league. So if
Ended up being. We're going to the date of the tweets or the comments.
If you have a fight with a guy and you're like, this happened this past week with Leon Edwards below him, he goes, least intimidating guy I ever faced until he lost 4 rounds to 1. You still ended up being wrong.
But y'all fought against each other. Now you ask him again, is it the least intimidating guy now? Right? It'll change now that you done got those hands.
Take a break. Back with more to this. The Mixed Bag is brought to you by Broward Health. Well into your future. Leroy,
What's up?
you've golfed a lot, right?
Mhm.
What's the strangest thing you've ever encountered on the golf course, wildlife-wise? Ever gators? You ever encounter a gator on the golf course?
In New Orleans, we had crocodiles.
What?
I see some gators in Florida. Snakes.
Wow.
I was golfing with a buddy of mine when we was playing in Cleveland. He came down here to visit me, quarterback. Came down and he was over. We were playing at Western Hills, and he was over in the high grass by the water. And all of a sudden, he just jumped up and he stepped on the snake, and all I could see was the head. He took off, and I took off too. He said, "Why you taking off?" I said, "Because he gonna get you first." But yeah, snakes. In some golf courses, the damn lizards are ridiculous. Chicken to the trees all over the place.
Taking over like dragons out
Yeah.
there.
I've seen a guy get hit in the head. I have been hit in the head.
By golf balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bring this up because Pelle Larsson, Miami Heat, second round pick, lit up the summer league. He is back home in Sweden. And apparently in Sweden, they have other problems on the golf course, which I was not familiar with. But in Sweden, they have moose.
Oh, you get deer and moose up north.
Moose are terrifying, dude.
I'm cool with a deer.
A moose?
With a moose?
Mooses are scary.
Yeah, but you don't see. Here's the thing. Here's what I was told. When you see some of these animals like running towards golf courses and stuff, they're not very big. The big ones are the ones that are up in the real wilderness in the mountains and stuff.
It doesn't look small.
Leroy, do you see the size of that moose right there? And that might be a baby moose, and it's a big ass baby moose.
That moose has some.
Look at that little tree. He ain't that big.
What are you talking about, dude?
He's not standing up. He's on fours.
First of all,
No, he's not. He's running. He's walking across the fairway.
I don't like it.
But he's listen. Here's me and the wildlife have a relationship. That looked like a big dog, dude. Stop.
Oh, what?
Dude, that looks like a big dog. That looks like a dog.
Dude,
so anyway,
the moose is loose.
Here's how I work with wildlife.
You're incredible. I can't
I'm
believe
good with wildlife from afar, right? I don't know you. You don't know me. Let's keep it that way. And that's how I do it. So, like, yeah, that's not. I seen a video with a whole bunch of kangaroos just run up on the green.
First of all, yeah. First of all, I know you wouldn't do well with that because you don't trust kangaroos.
I don't trust I don't trust nothing that you thinking you putting your dukes up and they lift up on the tail and kick the crap.
Nah, kangaroos, you're not messing with no kangaroos, bro. Listen, don't mess with any animal that can beat you up 4-legged or 2-legged.
I know for a
right,
fact
Leroy?
that
Am I wrong?
No. I just want to be like, I know for a fact if Leroy was out in Maine and he was golfing or wherever, I don't care if it's a cruiserweight moose, he's running.
No,
exactly.
Not if it's that far. I'm gonna say, hey,
Get out of here, dude.
Look, he ain't listen. Here's how I am. He ain't messing with my putt. I ain't messing with his walk.
So you're gonna still putt?
Yeah.
You gotta sink
He's
it.
over there. Now, if he get close, like I did say, I
you can outrun a
I had to check for moisture when I walked up on that snake.
That's what,
I ain't gonna lie.
That's the old Chael Sonnen quote. Can't let you get close. I can't let you.
Leroy, do you think you can outrun that moose?
No, but look how far away he is.
It may seem that he's far.
I'm worried.
You think this moose gonna look over there and say, "Ooh, some people. Let me go get some."
I don't know what mooses think, dude.
Dark meat.
Look, he doing his own thing. He just like, okay, let me cross this fairway and go to these woods over here. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but
That's passing animal.
Don't mooses charge at people?
Yes.
Yeah,
And they're fast.
if they're
And they're
threatened
strong.
or confronted or something like that. Here, listen, Vlad, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna do it. Okay.
Yeah. It's a tangible.
This is the difference between intangibles
I knew it.
and black folks. because we gonna stay in our lane. We golfing over here. Look at that moose way over there, right? Intangibles gonna try to throw something at it.
Pet
Go
it.
drive the golf cart up and try to get a closer look, and then next thing you know, he attacking, and you say, "Ooh, leave the damn moose alone."
When
He's
I
going about his way.
when I Google will a moose attack, it says moose are not normally aggressive. However, they can become aggressive when harassed by people,
There
dogs,
you go.
traffic,
It's
or
that-
when
hey,
or when hungry and tired.
hey, you made my point. And guess what? Me and Vlad ain't messing with that moose. But you're gonna say, "Come on, Tommy, let's get a closer look."
Oh, that's not
And
true.
then the moose gonna attack your golf cart. I'm telling you. Look, you basically just told the story of the difference between black people in the wilderness and white folks. Right there. You just told the story. And look, and hearing me say it, you may not. Do you believe Google? That moose minding his own business.
He is
Look,
minding his voice. He's not bothering
his own
nobody.
business. The only reason why that moose would attack is because somebody gonna take their cell phone. I ain't gonna say who, Tobin. Let's go get a closer look.
Well,
And
thank
then
you.
the moose gonna say, "This intangible really trying to mess with me." Right? That's how. And then there was, hey, I just saw a video a couple of months ago of a gator. Right? A gator was on the side of the road, minding his own business, going about
gatoring?
trying to cross the street, just gatoring. And some people in a pickup truck, we all need, you don't need to know, intangibles, got out and he started playing with the gator. Then the gator bit him.
It says
Now you don't go back home and say that gator was aggressive. Your ass was aggressive.
I asked, do they have moose in Sweden? Yes, Sweden has one of the densest population of moose in the world, with an estimated 300 to 4,000 moose in the summer.
Hey,
They
wait
get
a
found
minute.
all over Sweden.
You
Sex-
didn't need Google to tell you that. He just sent you a picture of a moose crossing the field.
I didn't know moose was a Sweden
Hey.
rarity.
Sexy Sauce said that moose are known for unprovoked attacks.
Really?
If
Okay.
Sexy Sauce says it, then you know it's true.
Yeah. I'm going to believe a guy like Sexy Sauce.
Leroy's sitting here disparaging the moose. It's not that scary.
Like, come on, man.
My leg had it coming.
Yeah, right. Hey, here we go. Here we go. Intangibles. Did you see the video of the guy tried to feed a grizzly bear like it was a puppy and almost got his arm torn off?
You don't know that guy was intangibles.
Yes, I do.
No, you
Yes, I
don't,
do.
dude.
We're
I
not
don't
feeling
know
no
nobody
grizzly
in my
bear.
family that said, "Hey,
Ain't,
y'all want to
listen,
go feed the bear?"
Ain't no black feeding no grizzly bear, bro.
Right.
We
Dude,
see
are
a
you
bear, we out.
crazy?
I'm gonna Google it right now.
Yo,
You guys better
You
apologize.
could. It's not gonna be. I guarantee you, it's not gonna be.
I'm willing. I'm willing to put some chili
melon.
peppers. I'm willing to put some chili peppers on that.
Yeah.
It just says on TikTok, what did he think would happen? Man attempts to feed bear.
Right? Like,
No,
wait,
it is-
go ahead. What is he? What's his name? Bubba?
doesn't say name, but that is definitely an intangibles hand.
Yes, of course.
Oh wait, JFig says Jaelan Phillips' story is him feeding a raccoon.
Huh? What do you mean his story?
I guess he has an IG story, maybe.
That he
His
feeding
story
around,
right now is him feeding a raccoon.
Yeah.
and they got rabies.
That man is bored.
IG, his IG story right now.
Why does he keep getting interacting with wildlife? Because the last time we
Because
heard
you
from
know
him was
why?
an iguana in the
Because
He
I
needs
zoo.
think
back-
he mixed. I think he mixed. Sometimes that
Oh, you think
intangible,
he's mixed? What makes you say
that intangible come out.
Because he's light skinned.
sometimes that intangible. Wait, because guess what? Guess what? My daughter be playing with animals and all kind of, we got 4 dogs. Like, what do you want me to say? Right? She tried to bring a squirrel back to life.
That's true.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
So
Rick.
right, rest in peace, Ricky. Right. So like,
That's
yeah.
the name of the squirrel.
You know what? If I would have found that squirrel, and all right, you had a good run, buddy.
I'm gonna just
You
tell you,
know?
but I'm gonna be really pissed if Jaelan Phillips' rehab is debunked by a raccoon.
But I'm just saying, hey, Tobin, you know how this works, and this is not a racist thing. This is a real thing, right? Let's not don't listen. Don't fight it. Quit fighting it. You always want to fight it. You say, "Oh, there's black people that do that too." No, there's not. No, there's not. No, there's not.
That's not fair, though.
What do you mean it's not fair?
Wait a minute. Hey, we didn't make the rules.
I was just watching Shark Week this past week in the hotel. Anthony Mackie was doing the whole Shark Week. He was hosting.
Okay.
Was he
Yeah,
really?
he was hosting. He was narrating.
He was in the water.
No, he
You
wasn't.
can't host without doing it.
You
They
can't
put
host.
Shaq.
Swear
Did
to
you see?
God.
Wait, did you see how scared Shaq was in that big old cage when they dipped him in? Like, come on, dude. They're like, no, listen, I don't know why. I can't explain why. We just don't do well in the wild. I don't know. I can't explain it. Now, I tell you what. Once the animal has been cleaned and skinned, we your people.
Oh,
We'll cook it up.
we can eat it.
We can eat it. But like, yeah.
Socializing with it?
Yeah. No.
I wonder if moose tastes good.
No.
They probably do.
Can I tell you this story? Let me tell you this story. So we went up to Canada. When they took us in the woods and everything, and all the Canadians were staring at me like I was Bigfoot, right? That's a whole nother story.
Right, because they never.
So we get back,
tangible.
we gonna eat something, right? And my mother-in-law's brother said, "Heard you like to cook." I say, yeah, I've been known to put some stuff on the grill. He said, "Good. I got some moose." I said, "Well, don't bring that because we all eat different stuff, and I ain't trying to just go ahead on and eat some wild ass animal just on a whim. I wanted some substance, right?" He brought like a big garbage bag of moose, right? And I'm cooking this moose on a George Foreman grill on the patio. I'm looking at my wife. I'm like, what am I doing?
I'm reading the first lines about it, and I'm already out on moose. It says, "Moose meat offers a delightful culinary experience that is distinct from other game meats. It's mild and earthy."
No. See, no. Now, I will tell you this: venison is good.
Oh, I've heard that. I've heard
Yeah.
deer is good.
Venison's good. But when people say like when people say iguana tastes like chicken, no, it doesn't. Or gator tastes like chicken, no, it doesn't.
Very cheap.
Anything that hangs in the water has that fishy taste.
Take a break. Back after this. The chat's going off right now because I just have Isaiah saying bats are chicken of the caves.
Well, how about this one? So it tastes like chicken fish.
Headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks. You know what? Thank God we do the show that we do with the people we do it with, because everybody seems to like just a lot more than I ever thought, right? They just chime on in. Chicken of the caves.
Dolphins camps going on right now, and looking like businesses in action. Devon Achane today. He has the orange jersey today. So the Dolphins star running back got the aux. He got to have that going for him.
You think they still going to give the starting role to
Mostert? Yeah, I think so. I think so. They use, I mean, you know,
they use equally as much. Like they seem to get about the same amount of carries.
Yeah, Devon, it feels like they're moving him all over the place. They're putting him out wide. The one practice I was at this year, they put him everywhere. Like
it seems like they're using him like Debo.
Yeah, they were using him all over. He's, I think, going to be the toy that's all over the place.
But you know why they do that, right?
Tell me.
It's the same way as what Sudan did to Steph Curry. They just keep pick and roll until they get the guy they want on him, right? Well, you do all these different formations. Remember I said the same thing about the tight end? You put a tight end in the game, it forces the defense to go regular defense.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you split the tight end in the slot. Who you going to put out there? If you widen up the linebacker, now you got a 6-man box, you run the ball. If you bring a safety down, now you got a single man in the middle of the field with Tyreek and Waddle running routes. And so you can just create mismatches using these various players who are multidimensional and give them ability to create the mismatch you want. And you do it under certain downs and situations or whatever. So you move him around in a slot. So now you technically have 3 wide offense that you're running against regular defense. And that's what you want. You don't want them to be able to move their nickel in and bring their extra cover guy to cover your tight end or your running back.
Wanted to get your thoughts on this, Leroy. So this is a story from Mike Florio, who I think could best be described as a Miami Dolphins snitch. Like, I just always feel like he's always got something that he's trying to like expose the Dolphins on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I know he's on with Joe every Friday and he tries to play the good guy, but something going on with that Pro Football Talk blog where that just reeks of Miami Dolphins snitch.
Ooh,
I get to this story.
Mm-hmm.
He says, cheat motion is now officially cheating. And he has gone out here and he has said, last year, a new pre-snap technique began to spread throughout the NFL. This year, the NFL is trying to end it. Some call it speed motion. Some, like 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan, call it cheat motion because it's cheating. And officially now, it is cheating. Here's the key sentence added by the NFL rule this year, Article 4, Rule 7, Article 4, Section 2 of the official playbook. Any eligible backfield player who changes his stance does not have to come to a complete stop prior to the snap, as long as his actions are not abrupt, false, or forward. Per a source with knowledge of the situation, that directly is aimed at the split-second forward motion movement by players in motion. The Dolphins, 49ers, and Rams used this last year.
Here's the deal. It's always been a rule. They just never called it. When you go in motion, if you start a forward move, then you're in illegal motion, right? You can always go lateral. But they would cheat on it by turning up. So when an inside receiver would go outside, he would start turning before the ball was snapped. You never were allowed to do it. They just never called it. So now all of a sudden you're making it sound like it's a new rule when it never was. All he had to do was go to every team and say, stop doing it. We're going to start calling it. End of discussion. It's not cheating. It's not nothing. They weren't calling it.
Tabaki, that's where he says, Florio, typical rat behavior.
So basically, when you notice, right, what teams are starting to do is you never did motion to the same side, right? Now that inside guy does that quick motion outside of the receiver, or the outside guy does that quick motion inside, right? All they're eliminating is that gentle move forward. So when he starts to turn his body forward, right? Or he moves forward, that's the only difference.
And what can you
So
call it?
all they're doing is saying, hey guys, it's like holding. We're going to pay more attention to this. That's all that is. It was always a rule.
Puts a quote from Kyle Shannon, says, it looks hard to stop people like Tyreek Hill and Debo with and stuff with a running start. It usually is only in the CFL, so it's cool to get them running sideways and still find a way to hit it vertically, Kyle Shanahan said last October.
Right.
Tyreek Hill says it definitely allows us to catch the defense off guard in many ways. He says, Florio writes, that advantage is now gone in theory. The challenge becomes officiating it. When it's executed properly, it happens in a split second before the snap. Officials have to spot it and act before the nanosecond of the moment passes. The officials presumably will be told to watch for it. They'll presumably warn the teams about it. It's frankly surprising that the first sign of change is coming from the official rule book and not from the coaches, players, either complaining about it in new language or celebrating the fact that they no longer have to defend against it.
That's nasty work.
It's basically the quick motion. So the inside guy going quick out, the outside guy coming quick in, and what they would do is they start off 2 yards and turn to 1 yard, right? So that not only is your guy chasing the receiver, but you can't just get in chase mode because he'll square up, right? And that's the whole thing. It's always been a rule for them to go through all this, just to say, hey, we're enforcing that rule that's always been a rule, and make it sound that way is ridiculous.
You know what's going to happen, right? It's going to be a primetime game involve the Miami Dolphins. They're going to score, and that they're going to get penalized because of that rule.
Right.
Yeah, or people are going to say, hey, I thought this was going to get, and then they'll complain about it for a week, and then it'll get.
It's going to happen. No, it's going to. I'm going to tell you what. It's going to happen in two plays. They're going to score a touchdown to play early in the game, and the coach of the opposing team is going to be drilling it into the referee's head that, hey, you should call a penalty on that. And
you know what's funny about this, though?
It happened late in the game.
This is one of those situations where if you don't have the talent to do it, then your feelings get hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they doing that to us? Because you can't do it to them.
If you got Cheetah and A-Chan, I don't know how, like.
Right. So that's what it's going to look like. That's all it is. And you kind of, and I kind of would watch a game and wonder why it wasn't a penalty before, right? So I know exactly the reason why I've asked myself that a lot. So I know exactly what it looks like.
Well, it did feel like the first year of Mike Daniels, it felt like they were getting called for illegal procedure all the time.
And then they stopped calling it. So it's right. But let's not make a mountain out of a molehill. All they should have said was, we're going to be enforcing it. They do it in a lot of sports where they say, we've been letting you get away with this. We're not doing it anymore. And that's all that needed to be said. For Mike Florio to have to write a whole article on it is ridiculous.
That's Florio's website shouldn't be called Pro Football Talk. It should be called Mountain Out of a Molehill. That should be the name of his website. MountainoutofAmolehill.com.
And you're a contributor.
I'm not a contributor. Like what? He put, because who does he put on the article?
You're like special correspondent.
No, I'm not a special correspondent, dude. That's not fair. That's not fair.
Our correspondent down in Miami, Brendan Tobin. Let's give us our information on the Mount Out of a Molehill. Week two is a statement game, Mike. Week 2 is a statement game.
Week 2 is a statement game. That's not the same.
Mountain out of a
That's
molehill.
not the same. No. Week 2 is a mountain, dude. That is not a molehill.
Hey, back to you.
As an aside, when they say molehill, is that actually a hill made out of a mole? Like, does he like make little dirt? Like, what does that mean?
I guess it. A molehill or an anthill is still smaller than a mountain.
Dade South says Tobin has his face carved in Molehill Mountains.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I just don't like it.
You are like the special correspondent to Pro Football Talk.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that thinks you. Oh my goodness.
He goes out there and he puts a picture of Tua. That's the picture on this tweet. And then it's like, the revised rulebook has language ending pre-snap CFL-style cheat motion by teams like the Dolphins and 49ers.
Oh, yeah. Is it? So basically it's saying the same guy, right? The same offense.
They run the same offense. Yeah.
Right. So
like
yeah, special molehill correspondent.
I'm not a special molehill correspondent.
You are a special.
You know what? Wait.
No. Leroy, he's the top senior correspondent.
Senior correspondent.
Senior correspondent of Molehill.
Senior special molehill correspondent. Hey, soon as he starts telling one of those stories, Leroy, you know what week 2 is. He's like, hold on, let me get my music.
Dade South says, could be something, could be nothing, is literally
making literally nothing.
Oh my goodness. That is so right.
Nothing.
Oh my god! Wait. Guess what? You know what's funny? You could
He was trying to with Florio and in reverse. Now we got back on him.
You could do nothing but laugh because you're like, oh damn, that's right.
No, that's not fair.
That's what
I don't
I'm saying.
know. I'm trying to roll with the punches, but this Florio's got it out for us.
No, you don't got it out for you.
He's got it out for us, dude. In fact, I'm telling Joe tomorrow. I said, your first question, you got it out for the Dolphins?
That's special correspondent. That's a
Oh my goodness.
Ridiculous. Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Take you up until 2 here on the program. Miami Dolphins out in training camp right now. We got a Hall of Fame game tonight. Football things are happening. You listen, if you're a Canes fan, I think you get to see the Hall of Famers out there. So you'll see Andre Johnson, you'll see Devin Hester, you get some Goosies there. They'll get to do a little wavy and see what's going on. They're looking forward to their enshrinement coming up at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. One of the cooler ones that they do. They get the bust out there, Goosey speeches. Should be a fun one as Canes camp gets underway this week. So football is right around the corner. It's almost here, everybody. We've almost made it. We just have a little bit more. You can see football. You can see it down the pipe. It's almost there. You can almost reach out and touch it. You can smell it. It's almost here, but not quite. Not quite. In the meanwhile, we just have to deal with Tua Tagovailoa has a 35-yard touchdown pass to Julian Hill in practice. Yeah.
Is he playing in the preseason?
Tua?
Yeah. Or is it Mikey Blanco?
Maybe the last game. He's not going to play. For sure not going to play the first two.
Because aren't they playing like 3 inner squads? What the teams that they're playing, they're going to be practicing?
They are, I think, 2. I don't
it's
know if
2?
they're doing all of them.
Okay.
I don't know, but I believe the first 2 they're doing. I think they're doing against the Falcons, and I want to say the Commanders is the next week. I think those are the first 2 that they're doing. I don't know what is supposed to be the dress rehearsal anymore now with 3 games. I think typically they just save it for the last one because then you have 2 weeks off until your first game. So that's usually where the place that they go. But yeah, I think he'll play a little bit. I think Tua wants to get some reps out there. I don't think he's one of these that's going to like sit the entire preseason. I think that he wants to, because he even said this the other day when he was talking about his contract. He says he's a rep guy, so I think he does value that stuff. Now, you make a good point. They will have those joint practices where I'm sure he'll be out there playing, and they'll be playing with a little bit more intensity. Sometimes those are even more entertaining than the games because you actually get to see the players that are going to play. So I would say the first 2 weeks, no, very unlikely, Vlad. Which is, it just is what it is at this point. I don't know why we always do this. You guys know no one's playing in the preseason. Like Aaron Rodgers, he's not playing.
I don't get that.
He ain't playing in the preseason. You act like football's just come around, everybody.
But here's one side of the team that probably needs to get as many reps as they can. It's probably the defense.
Yeah, but I feel like the defense, I feel like a lot of the young guys, but Jalen Ramsey ain't going to play. Calais Campbell ain't going to play. Zach Sealer ain't going to play. Cam Smith, that'll be, if he's healthy, that's an interesting one. Ethan Bonner, these are guys who are actually playing for positions. So there'll be some interesting pieces out there, and there'll be some interesting battles. But quarterback, he ain't playing. Mostert, he ain't playing. Tyreek Hill, forget it. Like these guys, Waddle, no. Waste of time. Not going to play.
Teron Armstead, no.
But yeah, Teron Armstead not going to play. But there are things that are unsettled. They have a guard battle that's unsettled. They have, the linebackers. Will they put them out there? Maybe some of them, but I don't think that they're going to get a lot of juice. Javon Holland, I wouldn't play him. They have their guys. They have a lot of veterans, but he may have to because they have a lot of veteran old safeties with Poyer and May, so they may have to go out there and play the youth a little bit. But then again, if you're Javon Holland, you're like, I don't have a contract. I ain't playing in the preseason. So I think if you're looking for the most interesting things, it's probably like cornerback, any receiver that can really step up, especially with Odell not being out there. And if Ezukama is going to be out, could Malik Washington come through as a late pick? Everybody was really excited about him. Can he do anything out of that? He's very tiny. He's kind of like Braxton Berrios. Great hands. Got some mitts on him. But I don't know. I think that those are the things you'll be looking forward to in the preseason. But your starting offense going out there and doing things? Nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. But I guess it'll be kind of interesting because I imagine Michael Penix will probably play in that first game. So you get a little looky-loo at the Falcons rookie quarterback because they gave $1 gazillion to Kirk Cousins and then still took a guy at number 8. So weird. I don't understand what they were really thinking there or why they're going in that direction. But I'd imagine we'll get there'll be some intrigue there because if he lights it up, then I suppose there'll be a rallying cry from the Falcons fans to get their guy out there and see the young guy because everyone is, Kirk Cousins, if he has any kind of a misstep, they're going to be rats off a ship on him and say, hey, play the rookie. So I guess that's probably the most interesting things we're going to get out of preseason, though. Now, I'm sure we'll get some looks at things, but here's the other thing. For a versatile defense like Anthony Weaver's bringing in here, like, they're going to probably play straight up and just see, let's just roll it out there. I suppose you'll see if anybody can make an impact on that defensive line. Will there be anybody who really shines? Does anybody look like they're causing real havoc? Does anybody come out there and say, like, hey, that guy's going to be in the rotation of things? There'll be levels of that. But, yeah, I don't think this is going to be a very fun preseason. I think it's going to be pretty buttoned up. Pretty buttoned up. That's going to be one of those things. Dade South says, what about those We Want Penix chants? They'll be out there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. You got to have some fun.
You know.
You got to have some fun. You got to get some. You got to get.
And there's no way Kirk Cousins is playing.
No.
Coming off.
No shot.
Achilles.
No shot, dude. No shot. That's it. Luis says, Kendall Lamb, Patrick Paul. Yeah, you'll see those guys.
No. He's getting it with me. He's trying to take a shot at Tyron Smith. And I'm like, dude, worry about your left tackle who's never played a full season.
I know.
So it's like, come on, bro. Like, you're trying to rip me on my left tackle, and your guy could barely. He's Mr. Minimum. Yo, you know what he is? Mr. Automatic missed 4 games.
If you told me right now he only misses 4 games, I'd
you
take the
take
deal.
it. I'm looking at it, dude. And he's been in the league since 2013. He played 60. The one season he's ever played the almost capacity was 2019.
He said his first year with the Dolphins that he could have had surgery and just been out for the whole year if he wanted to.
But I'm just saying, like, last year he played 10. The first season he played 13. 2021 with the Saints, 8 games. 2020, 14. 2019, 15 games. 2018, 10. 2017, 10.
Yeah, he's porcelain.
Like, come on, man.
He does.
Like, what are we doing here?
He does. Now, he's really good when he plays. He's amazing. But it is definitely a thing that you have to wonder about. I mean, there were calls, like, the thing with Tehran is, like, he was even open about this. He says, yeah, there was thoughts about retirement. Now, I don't think he was going to walk away from that money. Next year he might. But the Dolphins, he was at a point, I forget what the exact number is, but he would have been walking away from a tremendous amount of money. There was no shot that he was going to retire. The thing that you got to like about Tehran is, I guess he's got this kind of down to a science, because even though he's out there, he's not really out there. He's not doing team drills yet. They're doing the real slow roll with him, which they probably should. And on top of the fact, I think it's probably good because for Patrick Paul and the young guy out there, like, it'll be good for him because he's going to get a lot of reps in practice. And quite frankly, it's probably needed for him because if you think about it, we're already chalking up he's going to miss at least a month of the season at some point. So you need to know, can the young giant play? Does he have the goods to go out there? Or do you have to go with a veteran like Kendall Lamb? They'll probably lean on Kendall Lamb early, but look, eventually you take a left tackle the size of Patrick Paul in the second round. The plan is he's eventually going to play. Just hopeful that it's not going to be right off the bat.
He's still raw, man.
Very raw, but a moose. I mean, he's so scary big.
You think Leroy will run away from him if he saw him?
I don't know, dude. I'm just telling you, he is terrifyingly big. Like, they have some real giants on this team. They have another guy. They have another tackle. His name escapes. He's like from the DR. That he's like just gotten into. He's 6'7". Like, they have some giants that they're throwing out there on that offensive line. Then on top of it, of course, you have Calais Campbell on the other side. So no, the Dolphins could have a decent 3-on-3 team if they wanted to just pound it into the post. They could do work that way. Is it going to turn out to be a good offensive line? I don't know. Because there are questions. Like Isaiah Wynn, is he going to come back and play guard? I don't know. He's always hurt too. So then you got to be like, all right, we're going with Robert Jones and Eichenberg. Always makes me a little bit queasy.
Shreethan says, Dolphins have a 6'7" tackle with a 5'7" quarterback.
That's true. He doesn't got to show that. That's why you got to keep the center fairly short in stature. Have to.
You think Tua's gonna be throwing some passes right into the back of somebody's helmet?
No, I think he's got that down to a science. Like, he's shown that he gets back to a point where he does. I know he's made that thing before where people are like, I can't see over the line, but I mean, he's obviously got that down pretty darn pat. Like, he's not. Tannehill used to get his ball swatted all the time, and Tannehill is what, 6'4"? All the time, Tannehill. I remember his first game. I think was against the Texans and was JJ Watt. JJ Watt destroyed.
I mean, JJ Watt
He was playing volleyball with Ryan Tannehill.
That's just JJ Watt.
I understand, but it still is what it is. He was out there looking like Buttinger. Should have been out there playing for the gold.
Buttinger played well the other day. They lost.
I heard,
but he played well.
It's a cool story. He's out there. He's just enjoying his beach volleyball life.
I'm starting to think that after whatever sport that you're in, like you were really great, you can find another sport and win gold.
I think so.
Like the 3-on-3. If you're Steph Curry, you could play 3-on-3 after you retire and get gold there. You telling me Steph Curry half court doesn't have to move? I would put Melo on that team right now. They should have just put former NBA players who like retired over the last year or two.
ISO Joe.
Oh my God, he would destroy it.
Yep. Jay Gatto says Dolphins O-line has always been an issue. Let's be honest. Agreed. It's always a thing. And then on top of it, the snap issues that have happened this week with Brew. Apparently, he had a really good block today that people were that the people are excited about. The guy looks like he can actually move and get out in space, and I think that's why Mike McDaniel likes him. It's just the snapping thing always seems like it's a thing early on in camp. Hopefully, it's not something that lingers over the Dolphins, and it's not as much of an issue. But is what it is right now.
My team is going through that as well early this week. How do we not know how to snap to a quarterback?
I don't
what's
know,
going
dude.
on? Like you were doing this during mini camps, OTAs, all of that. How is this an issue?
I don't know. I don't know why this becomes a thing, but it is a thing. Let's see. Ooh, Storm Duck saves a TD according to Travis Wingfield. Love that name.
Storm Duck.
That's a great name. He needs to be good.
Because why? You just want to say his name?
Just for the memes. Just for the memes and the funsies.
You have a lot of memes. You could have a storm. You could do ducks. All of that. You can have a duck in a storm.
By the way, got some local news here that just came across. San Francisco 49ers announced today Frank Gore, former Miami Hurricanes legend. He is going to be inducted into the 49ers Hall of Fame week 1 against the New York Jets.
All right.
Good for Frank Gore. Congratulations to him. Big week for the Canes, dude. Big week for Canes honors and Canes legends. You just hope that the boys down in Coral Gables, we could have a next wave of that and get some things going in the right direction. We will take a quick break, but before that, let's give away a pair of tickets right now. Limp Bizkit is going to be at the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm next week. We have our phones fixed. So if you guys want to go see Limp Bizkit, caller number 3 right now to 305-567-0560. 305-567-0560. We'll get a pair of tickets to see Limp Bizkit at the I Think Financial Amphitheater. Keep listening all week. We got another pair of tickets to give away tomorrow. It's a Live Nation show. But if you guys want to go see Limp Bizkit at the I Think Financial Amphitheater, go call right now, 305-567-0560, and call 3. We'll get those pair of tickets to see Limp Bizkit at the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm next week. 305-567-0560. Play a little Goosies, no Goosies next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the program. Who to win the tickets, Vlad? Who is going to Limp Bizkit?
It is going to our boy Dennis Cardenas. He is out of Miami. He just called. He was caller number 3, and he won the tickets for next week's Blink 182 concert.
Excellent.
Blink 182.
Jennifer?
I mean, no, I'm sorry, Limp Bizkit. I'm sorry. My bad. I was thinking one of the intangibles.
Same thing.
Yeah,
we're honest.
They want to try to rap,
But it's not.
You know,
not. You're
the
right.
rock show, Rollin', they sound the same.
That's not. Yeah, Fred Durst's gonna wear the red Yankee cap. That's all.
You know what he's gonna do.
We all know that.
I went to a rock show yesterday.
Did you now?
The Blink,
did.
were they in town?
No. Actually, the person I went to go see, one of her favorite bands is Blink 182.
Who did you see?
I went to go see Cassidy Pope. I'm not sure if you've heard of her.
I have not.
No? Well.
Oh.
Well, she would. I only say that because she was on The Voice, and then she won The Voice with Blake Shelton.
Oh, all right.
And she ended up being country after that, but then she went back to her punk roots.
They always go back.
Yeah, I'm really happy.
That's what that damn Post Malone's gonna do too. He's not staying true to it. I could tell. Anyway, what do we got today for Goosies No Goosies, JFig?
Well, sad to say that Leroy is not joining us, I guess.
Yeah, he's got pool guy issues.
You got to get that pool right.
Got to get it right.
All right. Well, first of all, we have Dwyane Wade on IG. He posted it.
What did he post?
Oh, I know what it is.
What did he post?
With Eric Spoelstra.
Oh. All right.
Would you like to see?
Yes, I would.
All right, then.
Yes, I would. Oh, wow. Spo. D Wade.
I like Spo's J's, man. Those some nice, the Jordan 3s right there.
Gotta hope
nice.
that he would get a good connection there with Team USA, right?
You think?
He captions it, my coach.
He does put my coach. Beautiful thing. Beautiful friendship that has blossomed over the years between D Wade and Eric Spoelstra, where he used to just rebound for a young Dwyane Wade, then became his head coach, won championships with him. And now that they are in Paris.
Yeah, that doesn't give you the Goosies.
That's
Here's
Goosies.
another one.
Goosies. Oh!
It's
Got a
not
picture
with
of,
Eric Spo, but it's a
No,
band.
he's got a picture of him and Bam hugging after the game. It was a heat party yesterday.
D-Wade was getting ripped
by
on
who?
social media.
For who?
Because he went to Paris and his first meal was Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, he actually videotaped. He was videoed it, and he was like, "Yeah, I've been in Paris, gonna eat my first meal, gonna KFC," and everybody was looking at.
Yeah, but was he late somewhere? Like maybe that's all he could get.
I don't know. Maybe, if you're doing 3-4 games, I don't know.
That happened to me in Indianapolis, where we got in super late. Like Indianapolis closes at 9:00 and there's nothing available.
That's terrible.
So we just had some barkeep make us some pizza in the back, and
oh yeah, you said it wasn't too good.
No, it was not. It was not. So maybe he was just in one of those pinch. I don't know how Paris works with I know in Europe isn't, at least like in Spain they eat very late. So I don't know how Paris works.
Oh, or because of the Olympics, wherever he's going, he's probably jam packed.
Sexy sauces. In his defense, French food sucks. I like a French
Was the
restaurant.
KFC close to where he was supposed to be? That's probably what it was. It was just on the way.
That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes when you travel, like if you get in your first day, you're just like first thing KFC, boom. I could definitely go for that. Who's gonna hate on it?
You're just gonna go to the thing you're familiar with as well.
Of course.
So yeah, no, I'm not.
I'm not gonna go to Le Chicon. I'm not gonna trust that. I need to look at some Yelp reviews first.
Wee.
Like I went to this place when I went to this place called the Eagle. I wouldn't have just gone there blind if I was like, the Eagle or Wendy's. I'm like, I'm not gonna try the Eagle unseen. But when I get the recommendation for the next day, then okay. I've settled in. I've settled on something. But But when you're fresh off of traveling, I think you got to take a familiar choice. Now, I still imagine I would have thought that D Wade probably. I'd imagine he's flying.
He's traveled to Europe many times.
Super first class. I would imagine that he's probably got some kind of food on the plane. But even still, maybe he wasn't in the mood.
That's a good question.
Well, they do say that over there it's a lot better than it is here. Like, let's say McDonald's over there has a different menu. It's a little bit altered.
No. Listen, the fast food in Europe is not as good as the fast food here.
It's not?
No.
What about the Royale cheese?
Not the Royale cheese. You see, I'm sorry. What Samuel Jackson, John Travolta was telling us was not clear. I went to Italy and I pulled a D Wade. I was like,
familiar,
something familiar. Went to McDonald's, those chicken nuggets.
Oof. What else we got for Goosies? No Goosies, JFig.
Well, you spoke about it a little bit earlier. Bam Adebayo trolling Windhorst.
Oh,
Goosies galore.
That's Goosies galore. Goosies galore. He deserved it.
And Windhorst knew it. That's why.
It's like, oh no. If he was like, you think like Windhorst, as soon as the threes were up, he's just like, oh, he's like booing Bam. He's like, oh, please, anybody else but Bam have a good game today. And Bam just goes and destroys South Sudan and just is hitting threes and dunking all over them. He dunked on 3 of the South Sudanese on the team.
Good job.
He just completely destroyed them. And Windhorst, do you have the sound of him, Vlad, from earlier? Because Windhorst, he claimed, this was him on SportsCenter last night, that he got not just side eye, but extreme side eye from Bam Adebayo yesterday. This was Windhorst on ESPN.
Bam Adebayo, Kevin, was all over me after the game because I speculated that he might be the player that would see his minutes reduced to get Tatum back in the game. And all he did was score 18 points and have 7 rebounds and probably the best game he's ever played for the national team. And he gave me extreme side eye for daring to speculate that he might not play. But this is the thing. This team is so deep that this is what they're going to do. And the second unit that they used in this game was stocked with great defensive players, and the South Sudan, like Serbia before them and probably more teams after them, cannot compete with that second unit. That's where the U.S. is winning these games, and that's their plan to get to that 5th consecutive gold medal.
Yeah. Extreme side eye. Bam's got a good side eye.
Victor, I'm sorry. There's only so much pasta and seafood a man can eat in Italy.
Well, but it was your first day?
No, it wasn't my first day there. It wasn't my first day there. It was like my second day there.
All right.
But all they give you is like there's pasta and seafood and
Do you not like pasta and seafood?
I like pasta, but I'm not a big seafood person.
What does the chicken nugget taste like in
it doesn't taste very chicken nuggety. That's put it this way. It's almost tastes like plastic. It didn't have that feel.
Interesting.
Even with the sauce, even with the barbecue sauce.
JFig, you got the Goosies from a trolling Bam Adebayo?
Of course I do. I support it.
He deserved to Windhorst.
He did, and then I don't even like Windhorst saying Bam giving me side eye because of me suggesting. Or how about? Well, yeah, if you suggested something that wasn't right, I'm going to give you side eye.
Yeah, you deserved extreme side eye.
Extreme.
He's a big fan. I remember one time Windhorst also wrote an article back in the day where he claimed that Dwyane Wade and LeBron James weren't friends, that they were, quote, friendly, and that they would give each other the side eye. This guy's big on the side eye. How about just the wrong eye, dude? That's what you had yesterday. Vlad, you got the Goosies?
Oh, Goosies galore, bro. Come on now. That was
Goosies galore.
Like, not only did you call the man out saying he's going to lose minutes, he didn't lose minutes, and he was the best player on the court.
Terrible.
And here's the other thing. Bam's been part of Team USA for the last, seems like the last 5-6 years.
He won a gold medal
in 2020.
He was in the team that before the gold medal. Before that, he got cut from Team USA
in 2016.
No, it was after that. It was probably 20. It was I think the World Cup leading into what would have been his first Olympic team. He got cut from that camp by Greg Popovich, and I believe it was in favor of Miles Turner back then. And Bam, of course, then had his breakout season that season and made Team USA out of the year where the Heat ended up going to the finals that season. And I remember asking Greg Popovich, I was like, hey, man, what's up with you cutting that guy? And he was like, oh, I guess he's a lot better now. I'm like, yeah, I guess he is. Yeah, I guess he is. Pop. Give us one more, JFig. What do we have for Goosies, no Goosies?
Well, the Miami Dolphins They want to be bullies?
Mm? All right.
Jordyn Brooks?
Let's hear what linebacker Jordyn Brooks had to say. He said this after practice a couple days ago, and the new linebacker from Seattle. Odd that he went to Seattle and Jerome Baker or he came from Seattle. Jerome Baker ended up going to Seattle, so they will both be learning the same system this year on different teams because Seattle's new coach is Mike McDonald, not Mike McDaniel. He was the defensive coordinator over with the Ravens, but the Dolphins have Anthony Weaver, who is also with the Ravens. Anyway, here's Jordyn Brooks on them wanting to be the bullies.
Just be physical, just be physical. I think a lot of that is just because how much attention Tyreek Hill draws, on the national stage, just, the speed, and everybody pays attention to that, and which they should because it's that good. But, the defense kind of gets like overlooked in that way. But I think that's everybody's mentality coming in. New guys like myself, pride ourselves on being physical. And I think of any great defense, you have to be physical. We want to be feared. And so right now we're in the process of doing that. Not every day is going to be perfect, but that's why we got the pads on, working in the heat and just emphasizing it day after day until we get to the point where we feel like, we the bullies on the team.
Wow. I got the Goosies. I got the Goosies. I love that. Even though I don't even feel like it's a defensive thing that when the people look at the Dolphins not being physical or imposing, I don't even think they're talking about the defense. I think they think of the Dolphins as a finesse, fast, offensive team, which I know that they want to shake that label too. But look, if they're going to set the tone, I'm all for it. I love that. Goosies from new linebacker Jordyn Brooks. What say you, JFig?
For sure, Goosies for me too.
Goosies.
People
Vlad?
Goosies.
Well, I can't have Goosies.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
A lot. No Goosies.
Oh,
No Goosies.
She fell?
Was that a practice round? I think it was a practice round. That's Suni Lee. I think she's just
Suni
warming up.
Lee. I hope she's warming up. Did she just fall?
Yeah, she just fell flat in her face. She just fell off the thing. But I think that they're just
they practiced.
I think they're just practicing. Just trying things out for Suni Lee. She's all right. Yeah, they're getting started on the all-around individual final gold medal.
So this is the real
NBC.
good one because they're not teammates. They all going for individual gold.
Yep.
So yeah, there's no.
We're still gonna be Simone Biles.
It's always gonna be Simone.
It's gonna be Simone Biles.
But the Brazilians, how about the Brazilian team?
They have been good.
They have been good.
But we saw their weakness during all around. They stink at the balance beam.
The balance beam. They can't balance.
It's weird. It's a weird thing for them, but they're not very good at the balance beam. So an eye on that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of what Jordyn Brooks is saying. He had some more things to say.
Yeah,
we'll get to coming up next hour because apparently there was a big rallying speech given by one of the Dolphins stars after one of the practices. He was not pleased with the tone of where the Dolphins are at. So hopefully they are heeding the advice of one of their stars. We'll bring you that sound coming on up. And it looks like camp has wrapped up. So we'll look at some of the notes from people who were boots on the ground as Miami Dolphins are continuing training camp here in this blistering sun. We will take a break. Back with more after this final hour. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2. Let's get to our headlines. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Oh, thank you, JFig. Dolphins practice has wrapped up for the day. And according to those boots on the ground, seems like a great day for the Miami Dolphins offense. That they've had their best day in a matter of days. A lot of deep touchdowns from Tua to Jalen Waddle today. Reading today from Kyle Krabs of Locked On Dolphins. No muff snaps today at Dolphins practice. So that's good. Things were clean. Operation was clean for today's Miami Dolphins snapping issues. So that is great. That is great news as well. Very pretty crazy that has been one of the things that's been dealing with for the Miami Dolphins, but it does seem like today was a cleaner day. Offense got some great big plays for them as well, and hopefully the back and forth continues with this Miami Dolphins training camp as these battles will go forth back and forth. One day's a defensive day, one day's an offensive day. You give and you take, Leroy. Oh, you look pleased.
I'm so happy.
Why?
Why?
So I don't understand how you can have $10,000+ worth of equipment, and the part that costs it, stops it all from working, is the cap on the pump. You know, the thing where you see the water run?
Yeah.
It had a leak in it. So
there.
if it's not airtight, the water won't flow through the pool. So you can do a whole bunch of tests and whatever. And the last time I would prime it and get it to work, the last time he came out, I did it first.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, oh, it works fine. Right? I'm like, no, dude, something's not right. And so this time he came out and I waited and he did all the tests to get it to run.
Yep.
Right? And he's like, oh, these Jandies need a new lid.
Got
Got the lid, put it on there, airtight, pool works. Something as simple as that.
Great.
Thank God. See, and here's one of the problems, right? Thank God you have a rapport with the guy that you're working with, because they could have went down a rabbit hole and got you from. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing that sucks about, when you have to get stuff fixed. So everything's fixed.
Happy it was minimal.
Yeah. Happy it was minimal, because he was like, oh man, you might have to get leak detection. I'm like, my pool's not losing water though.
Crazy.
You gonna tell me there's a leak and your pool's not losing water?
Well, why don't you tell us whether the skies are leaking, man? Give us a weather update from the
All right.
for law firm. Your accident attorney. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Listen, I'm checking my Doppler. Channel 4 got Doppler, I got Boppler. And I'm looking at my Doppler, and there's some weather coming in this weekend. Don't know how much we're going to get of it, but it looks like your rain chance is going to be higher this weekend. Right now, it's mostly cloudy, and I expect a couple of passing showers because it rained this morning. But I will say this. Anytime the winds are light, right, during the day, usually that rain out west is going to hit us hard, because the winds out of the east aren't strong enough to push these clouds over the Everglades. So they're going to hang out right over us. If you live out west on, West Dade, Broward, the Palm Beaches, expect some pretty good showers in the evening. It's a heater. It's got to be about 93, 94 degrees. And the winds are very light. So like I said, it's mostly cloudy, light winds. That means when it rains, it's going to dump, because the rain going to come straight down.
I actually have a question.
Yep.
Is there a hurricane coming?
Yeah.
What's going on? I have not seen anything.
a storm could be a brewing, JFig.
Storm could be a brewing. That's why I keep talking about this weekend. So
That's not fun.
we don't know. Listen,
It's that time.
can I
though.
just tell you? I would like to know. Somebody answer this question for me. Vlad, Tobes, Jennifer. We live in the USA with some of the greatest technology in the world.
Yep.
Why we always go to the European model to tell us where our hurricane's going?
I don't know.
Good point.
They got no skin in the game.
That's true. Is that hurricanes in Europe?
That's what I'm saying.
But that's why, I think that, you're not worried because they're like, oh, we're just sitting here tracking storms. We're not trying to sell more waters and batteries.
Tracking storms.
Do you think they're the most accurate?
That's what they
I think
always
that's
use the
why-
European model.
Yeah, but that's why I think they trust them because it's like they're not trying to sell waters or batteries. They're just over there in Europe
Let's not
doing their
forget
thing.
toilet paper.
Yeah,
I don't know why every time there's a disaster down here of any kind, everybody go buy up all the toilet paper.
So if we're using the European model, I think we should be naming these hurricanes after Europeans.
Interesting.
What did you say? Go back to that. Who said the European model is more accurate general? That my question is, Karen S. Why?
Is it because it's are they checking like kilometers?
Yeah, Doppler's better.
I don't know.
Not really positive on that.
I can't explain. I mean, can we ask somebody that? I mean, that's always.
I don't want to say something and sound real dumb. So,
Dolphins fans say blame the.
Hey, you know what? It'll basically say, you fit right in because we've all done it. we've all done it at least once. When you talk about
this is why sometimes we cannot rely on so much technology because guess what? We're going back to the basics.
You gotta love.
I guess
he said.
I guess you guys turn on the weather every day to see what the weather gonna be the next couple of days, and I just look outside. So, because the Euro model has a British accent,
just sounds nicer.
That's
yeah. So
well, let me tell you, but like if any
look
model
out there this weekend, just give it a looky look.
Well, if any model is telling you, even if it's not the European, if any model is telling you it's going to hit, like, do you get worried or do you only trust the European model?
Here's what I do. When the cone of uncertainty is coming across any part of Florida, unless it's North Florida. North Florida, if it's up there, that means we might not get nothing. But if it's coming across anywhere from Palm Beach, Daytona down, it usually means we're going to get some kind of weather. So I always pay attention and safeguard just because it could turn or go any kind of direction. But if it's within a couple of 100 miles of us, that means we have to be alert.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with if it say, it's going by Cuba, over the Keys and stuff like that. We just a couple of breaths of wind for that thing coming right over us. So
True.
Pay attention.
You gotta be careful of it, dude.
The differences are basically between the timing and the exact track of the event, is what it says here.
To what?
There's really not that much. That it just keeps saying that it's more accurate. There's nothing else that's really saying.
Some things you just gotta trust. European models got it down.
Techniques and
I gotta tell
algorithms.
you, Tobin, that would be like me trusting you, an intangible, with a black person thing. Like, why would a Floridian trust a European about? It makes no sense. When you got people that actually live down here that know about hurricanes, that experience hurricanes, why can't we be better than them?
You act like Europe doesn't have weather.
Not like this.
Okay, dude, listen, I gotta be honest with you. It's pretty dreary over there all the time. It's not always sunshine and rainbows.
They don't have this, though. They don't have hurricanes. When was the last time a hurricane hit England?
So what kind of natural disaster do they have? Earthquakes, maybe?
What?
Brexit.
Brexit.
And Vikings.
Boy, I tell you what. The hurricanes start closer to Europe.
He's sure that's true. Usually by the Cape.
Yeah, I don't know. Does Africa ever get in these hurricanes?
That's what I'm saying. Don't they usually start by
Yeah,
Africa,
they come off
and that's not Europe. So that's why I didn't really say
the
much
systems come off Africa.
Yeah.
Right. So like, yeah. All right. But that's again even farther away.
Much more down south.
I think you're just dismissing Europe. I got to be honest with you.
I'm not dismissing Europe.
I think you are.
I'm not dismissing Europe. I'm dismissing the idea that they have a better idea of what a hurricane gonna do than us.
They're much smarter than us.
We got Savarina on the balance beam. You think she can get a clean one here? She's from Brazil.
Oh, this is the individual.
Individual
all
goal.
around.
Oh, wow, she kept it.
Yeah, if one of them little girls kick you, it's over. You know that, right?
Well, if
you see the muscles, like
if Simone Biles kicked me,
like-
she'd hit me in the chest.
Quads for days, dude.
She's 4'8".
She gets a running start like a moose.
I'm just gonna stand there.
Oh, she stuck it, man.
Hey,
All right.
that's-
Brazil
you
brought
know
on
what's
the
amazing. You know what I love about the Olympics?
What's that?
It's the only time in life
You ever watch?
we will sit in front of a TV and watch sports we normally wouldn't give a damn about.
It's hypnotizing.
Absolutely. Now
Right?
watch swim. I'll never listen. I'm a brother. I don't swim.
I watched the
But I'm
swimming.
watching swimming.
Hey, I watched that rugby. That's a damn shame what they did to that girl.
Which one?
The rugby, the one that
The American one? That one?
yeah,
LeBron?
that they say she was like a man. They look manly and stuff like that.
Whatever, man.
Like they need to cut that out.
Absolutely, but
Right.
but she broke through like Garrison Hurst.
Oh yeah, did you see she went 90 for the US?
She
Look at the distance.
We'll take a break. Back with more of this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Dolphins practice has wrapped up for the day. Tyreek Hill speaking to the media. Says he's optimistic a new deal is going to get done, Leroy. He's letting his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, handle that. We, of course, know that he did say, don't get me traded. You're muted, Leroy. Well, that's on you or
Deal and Tyreek wanting to do his deal, right?
Say that again.
I said there's a big difference, though. There's a big difference in Tyreek wanting to redo his deal and Tua wanting to redo his. Or even Javon Holland, Jaelan Phillips, right?
Yeah, you got a boatload of money to come over here, for sure.
Right. So, I mean, I would hope that, and here's what will happen. You ready? Here's how this works. You give Tyreek some extra money in his pocket. You make his contract look good.
Yep.
But you free up salary cap space to sign another guy. That's the way it works. Then in a year or two, right, depending on how Tua's doing, then you'll go back to Tua, you'll redo his deal, and then go. Because think about it. Remember that big old $450 million contract Patrick Mahomes signed?
Yep.
He already redid it. That's how
times,
this works.
Yeah.
So everybody just the whole point of it is you can make it work, right? You can move stuff around, but guys got to be on that level yet. So now where Tua is Tua's the guy you say, yeah, we'll give him another $50 million to save $15 million a year. And that's where Tyreek was last year. Remember, Tyreek redid his, right? So they could get Chubb, and then they redid Chubb's last year. And that's kind of the game you play. So when somebody says, I want to get more money, you can probably give them the same money, just give it to them in a signing bonus. And then you free up cap space to sign one of your younger players. And so they can make it work. The problem is with guys like Tua, this is his first comeuppance. The first comeuppance don't have a lot of that play in it.
I want to mention this because the Miami Heat have sent out a release. They got a great event. They do this every year.
Well, I know what the release said. Tatum's a bum.
I wish it did say that.
Come on.
I wish it did say that.
That would go for it.
He's not a bum.
That's the score?
He's not.
That'd be epic.
On the line?
Come on.
He's
I mean,
not a bum. Let me stop. Let me stop. I fell into Tobin. He's not.
Yeah,
a bum.
you fell into. Come on now.
But I have said wait, Vlad. But I have said this.
I've always said Jaylen Brown is the guy.
If I had to choose between the two of them, I'd take Jaylen Brown.
You've been right.
I was excited because speaking of the Olympics, there's apparently something I saw Bam's photographer on Instagram say that Netflix is following them. A lot of the stuff they're doing off the no, they're not, there's no Asia Wilson, his alleged squeeze. But
dude, nobody says squeeze anymore.
Sorry. But he
that is such an intangible word.
Wait, even JFig shake their head like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Squeeze. You and Robbie, you the only two that call it squeeze.
But it's something that's always said on the show. It's not even like
No,
it's the first time we've heard this.
I believe it was the first time as I saw Goran Dragic there, and I was like, who is his latest squeeze?
Only on this show.
Anyway,
refer to people.
But I saw on his photographer's Instagram, he had said that Bam is Netflix is filming something, I guess, for the Olympic team, and they were shooting that particular day. Bam doing dominoes off the court, and apparently he's making people who lose do push-ups. So I'm just saying, this may be headed towards a path where we have push-ups on Netflix. I'm just letting you know.
Hey. What? I don't want to embarrass him in front of his squeeze, right? Have him doing some burpees or something. Come on now.
Imagine Leroy beating Bam and dominoes.
Dude.
Asia will go to Usher immediately.
Hey, check this out. Nope. Come on now.
What if the tables turn and you're the one doing the push-ups?
What if that happens?
Well, I know one person to be happy as hell, and I'm staring right at him.
Who, me?
Yo,
Of course, that's so
oh my
show. You lose to him?
oh my
Content.
goodness. But if I don't, you know I'm coming in with a crown
Win.
and one of them big Snoop Dogg pimp cups, right?
Tobin, do you still call ladies
Chain?
dames?
A dame?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
my
she's
date.
a real nice dame. Wish we had dame. Oh, well.
No,
Thought you didn't want him. Thought you
No,
didn't
no,
want him.
Didn't he not just 3 or 4 weeks ago was insulting Dame? We don't need him.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
want him.
Yeah,
I mean, that we do have
enough.
Josh Christopher.
Do you know after you won the Summer League championship?
Oh, what a great summer it was.
Yeah, you don't need Dame anymore, right?
What a great summer it was.
Oh my man. Oh,
Anyway,
he
so-
at the ebbs and flow. You know that should be a book. The
Ebbs
ebbs
and
and
flow
flows
Tobin?
of a show pony.
I like
Can
it.
we write that down? I like
I
that.
think I like it. Might have to copyright
You
that
just
immediately.
move back and forth. Like it is remarkable how, and even in tight spots, right? You just wiggle on out.
Cam,
Like,
he's hardly ever boxed in.
no, hardly.
You've been boxed in before, but
You've been boxing. But see, here's the problem. When I box you in, I don't need it
He
called
doesn't
out.
accept it.
I don't need it called out, but we know, right? We know. Uh-oh, Black Hawk down.
What happened? Simone Biles about to step up to the balance beam, it looks like.
I did what the gymnast did. The camera fell.
Brazil's leading right now. Andrade, she's on top in the all around.
Yeah, the Americans haven't got
Where's
Simone's third,
okay.
and then I don't know what country that is above her. I don't recognize it.
So Simone Biles, if she gets, I
No, I
think
know Brazil.
she's
What's
tied
under
for the
Brazil?
most medals. If she gets one more, she'll have the most medals by a female.
Man, pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good because first of all,
Yeah, I don't know that. I just know her name is Neymar.
Yep, but not Neymar like the Brazilian soccer
Not-
player. It's
not like
spelled
No.
different.
Right.
Not with that.
Anyway, while she gets going here, no, I did get a release from the Miami Heat, and they have set the date for their red, white, and pink scrimmage at the Kaseya Center, which is always a really great event that they do. It's
don't they
presented
usually
by.
have that all around town, or they've always had it at the Kaseya Center?
Well, I think you're thinking they do a dribble for cancer research as well, where you dribble around town and raise money that way. But this is it's usually after they do training camp, they do a scrimmage before they start the preseason game. The red, white, and pink scrimmage. It's presented by Baptist Health Miami Cancer Institute, and just want to let everybody know that the event is open to the public. Tickets go on sale today. They just went on sale last hour. You go to heat.com/red, white, pink. Tickets cost $7 each. And those proceeds benefit cancer care and research at Miami Baptist Health Cancer Institute.
Didn't they say it's open to the public?
Yeah, $7 tickets.
That's not open.
Yeah, it is. Ticket sales are open to the public. Why are you quibbling over this? This is a good. This
What?
is a good cause.
It is
Minus
a good
one.
thing. I'm not
Minus one.
squashing it. Listen,
What
first
are
of
you doing?
all, there is no organization that I hold in higher regard than the Miami Heat. There is none. And not even close. Okay. And now there's some owners that I respect, including that Stephen Ross. And I'm starting to feel that way about the Panthers owner. Because
Yeah.
you don't know, a lot of people don't know who he is, and sometimes that's a good thing.
So anyway, if you guys want to go to the red, white, and pink scrimmage, $7 tickets to go see your favorite basketball. For those who don't get to go do the regular season, because maybe regular season tickets are too expensive for some families, and you want to go see them $7 a pop. And you do it for a great cause for the Miami Cancer Institute, Baptist Health. They obviously are one of the best institutes out there. Been there before when we were doing the dribble drive a couple of years back. Really, really great facility. I've taken a tour of that place. It's pretty incredible. And look, this was a crazy year for our family. With my wife, she dealt and battled and kicked ovarian cancer's ass this year. But those those institutes, we actually went to Florida Cancer Institute for her treatment, but just everybody having to go through what they have to go through, whether it's, somebody young, somebody old, man, woman, like the comfort that those places can do for people who are going through that is priceless. It really is. Because it's probably some of the scariest days you'll go through in your life, thinking like, holy crap, I can't believe like this is where my life's at right now. So it's a great way to help out for that. Then you get to watch some great basketball. So it's an awesome thing the Heat do every single year. So if you guys want to go to the red, white, and pink scrimmage, you guys can get your tickets, heat.com/red, white, and pink. And all proceeds will benefit the Baptist Health Miami Cancer Institute.
Is Turducken going to be there?
Who?
You. Are you
Me?
be game? Jerk.
Probably. I don't know. Last year, I think I was just hanging out in the booth. Last year we did it, and I remember Jaime Jaquez had like 9 dunks. They were just throwing alley-oops. Kyle Lowry didn't really want to run too much, so he just kept throwing full court lobs to Jaime Jaquez.
I thought you said he was about just throwing donuts in his mouth.
No,
but
he wasn't. No, he was. He was.
Oh, no.
He was just,
You can't. He wouldn't have said that. You know why? Because this dude came in every day last summer and talked about Kyle Lowry working out at the UFC.
That was 2 years
gym.
ago. That was 2 years.
2 years ago.
That was 2
Kyle
years.
Lowry. Kyle Lowry. And all he was doing was this.
That's not true. He was doing other things. He pushed a sled.
Really?
He sparred.
I had to push and pull humans
Right.
on a daily basis.
Listen, we understand. You don't seem to respect any offseason workout.
That ain't a workout
better than anybody.
That ain't a workout.
You
And
don't
then
respect
you were like
size and
so
boost.
proud. And then it took like 3 games, and you were like, I'm out on Kyle Lowry. Out. Shoot it.
Yeah, it's not a big ask. Like, hey, you make $30 million. Don't be afraid to throw it up. By the way, you wouldn't know one of the most shocking things ever is I never knew that over his career he was a top 15 in 3-point makes. You would never know it based on his time down here because it was like making a toddler eat vegetables.
Can I just say this? This happens with the Heat organization a lot. That guys come here that are used to playing a certain way, and they kind of bow down or step back and quit being who they are, and they try to fit in. Happened with Chris Bosh. It happened with Scary Terry when he first got here.
Yep.
Like, dude, you ain't here to facilitate. We need scoring from that position. So it happens to a lot of guys that come here. I don't know why. I haven't figured it out. But it's usually, you always hear about that conversation where somebody said, dude, shoot it. You got to be aggressive.
Man. How did Simone Biles do? Did you watch the routine, Vlad?
No, I didn't.
I saw she was happy. Seemed like, oh.
They always happy.
Italy.
Well, they got to fake the smile even if they're
It
disappointed.
looked genuine. It looked genuine to me. I don't think it's
Is
Simone.
she happy because this is her last Olympics? And so she's just enjoying the moment?
They all say it's the last Olympics until they realize, oh, the Olympics is home in LA.
You think she's going to come back at 31, though?
Why not?
That's old. That's like LeBron old in that sport.
And what's LeBron doing in his sport?
Oh, well, let me change that. That would be like, let me change to somebody else that we can get a more see. I don't want to trash my boy. I don't want to trash your boy. Right? Who looked Peyton Manning old? Peyton Manning went from 60 to 0 in 12 seconds, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he did. We got a taped ankle coming up here. All right, we'll take a quick break. Final segment coming on up back after this. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM.
What you got on docket for the day?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing special.
Nothing special?
Nothing special,
I
dude.
think I'm going to go rewatch this golf. See what's happening. I think Xander is in second place.
Yeah, if he wins a gold medal,
Sick. That means 2 majors and 2 gold medals.
He's good.
yeah.
He's like 25.
Jeez.
But he might not be golfer of the year.
No, because Scheffler won 6
But
events.
we're like 6 straight events.
Yeah.
I could have won a major if he didn't get arrested.
He won. Wow.
It's true.
Wait, didn't he won the Masters though?
Did Scheffler win the Masters?
Huh?
Did he win? If he won the Masters,
No. Scheffler won the
Scheffler won the PGA and the British.
PGA and the British.
The Open, yeah, the Open.
And-
Gonna make
and,
it more confusing.
Scheffler won, I want to say the Masters. I'm almost positive. So yeah. But he got 6 wins. That'd be but come on. This is basically winning 3 majors in 1 year,
It's pretty good.
right?
Pretty good. I can't tell if that's Scheffler or Scheffler.
Wow.
I don't know who that person is.
Wow, El Mackey. These guys are just not nice today. Leroy, you're the golf insider. Be a damn professional.
He's right.
Yeah, Scheffler did win the Masters.
Yeah.
That's
Come
tough,
on.
bro.
No,
6
I was right.
victories,
Like,
6 victories and a major and 2 majors and a gold. That's
back-to-back goal. So that means,
You got to knock him though for his criminal past.
no, it was dropped. It was dropped. It was dismissed.
Doesn't matter. Still,
It was dropped.
would never happen to Scheffler.
Hey, because he don't talk, dude. He's so quiet. I mean, Scheffler is too, though, right?
I don't know. I the only golfer I ever hear seem to talk is Rory. He's always talking about something.
He's playing today.
Oh, he needs to win. He needs something. It's been a
needs
long
something.
time for
He
Rory.
needs a consolation
something.
prize. He needs
What?
he needs a consolation prize or something.
I mean, he's got 4 majors.
Been a while.
And he ain't won in a minute. 10
Yeah,
years.
I mean, you giving all that guff to Aaron Rodgers for not winning a Super Bowl in over a decade. How about old Rory gets going?
Yeah, it's even harder on Rory because he get 4 chances a year.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Get out there and
No,
make it
you're right.
happen.
I can't look. I call it like I see it. It's been a while since Rory, and you miss a 3-footer to even have a chance. Wow.
So JFig alerted us to this earlier, but
Are you doing synchronized swimming this evening, JFig?
No.
we have found Jaelan Phillips and his shenanigans with a raccoon. I don't know.
So he drove to an island first.
Yeah.
Wait,
And then he gets.
He's in Florida?
Yeah, he's in Florida. I mean, he's
He
here.
went on a boat ride to an island and then he got off.
He went to our guy's island, right? With the animals.
Todd Favor from Jungle Queen?
Yeah.
I think he just went to some random island, dude. Looks like he
It's
was on
just
the
like a
unit,
random island.
Okay.
Yeah.
you know?
I don't think I'm gonna get any closer to you. I'm not sure if you're
black
hot
animal.
or rabid. You look kind of crazy.
And why does everybody think that's the official noise to call an animal?
And
The
also,
funny
if you're
part
not
is
gonna-
that he doesn't want to get near it. And
I'm not going to
he's
get closer to
getting
you, but let me
attention.
try woodland creature calls like I'm Snow White.
Pretty much,
The
yeah.
tangible part of him coming out.
It's coming out. Watch.
Oh no, but it will
Watch.
continue. It
He
will
went.
continue.
Go. Let's go.
That's a good raccoon.
Imagine the Dolphin season being taken down.
Hello, friend.
Now they're
Hi.
friends.
You know how they kill their prey,
How you
right?
doing?
They jump on their back and rip the
How
guts
you
out.
doing?
I talk to them like
Oh,
they're
he's
friends.
coming closer. I'm gonna run.
Him backing up.
See, I don't get it. How are you gonna say hi, my friend, and then now start backing up? Now you're a cornerback.
Yeah, like, are you going to be a friend to the woodland
Now,
creature or not?
hey. Now, this would be the true sign, right? Because if we got to this point and we had some snacks, we'd be throwing the snacks. Right? Go ahead on and he said he's officially intangibly close. Hey, like, hey, so right now, me and Vlad would be throwing the little critter treats at him, right? That's
What
close
treat?
enough.
I'm
That's close
out.
enough.
I'm
That's
out.
close enough. But
I am out.
right now, the inner intangible is coming out because he started giving.
No, it
talk
was
to it.
coming out the way he was talking to him. It was, look, he looks so nice. I love how you know, Leroy. I love how every intangible always say the animal looks so nice and friendly.
He does look friendly.
So
right
But it
before
looks
they
very
get
cute.
right
before they
that's
get their
their
face
lure to
ripped off.
attack you. That's the lure to attack you. You don't see us saying, "Oh, he looks so nice, he's friendly." It's like, all right, I'm about to bounce. You know what I mean? Like, okay, he's not bothering me.
Every
Like
time
Leroy
Keith
said,
come
I'm
over
not
my
gonna
house,
bother him.
every time Keith come over to my house, I say, "Hey, you ain't got to worry about Zeus biting you." Go, "You got teeth, don't he?"
You right?
Not wrong.
I'm like,
Are
he's
you
scared of
friendly?
you.
Are you
Trash
friendly?
panda.
Are you friendly?
Are you friendly? What do you mean? Like the person, like the animal talks.
He's like,
Are you friendly?
he's looking up like,
Oh, man.
You
Wow,
didn't get
that's
the part that I was referring to.
that is a big ass
Yeah,
move.
his inner intangible was coming. I was screaming.
Yep.
It was
So
one
did
of
he
the-
hand feed him?
No,
Oh.
so
He
is this the video? Okay.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
You
know,
gave
my
a
watermelon?
watermelon rind?
What kind of what? This is all racially wrong.
That's some
Yeah.
Racially wrong.
Yeah. But no. Notice.
I
Check
noticed
this
that
out.
we
He
don't
ate
get
the
that.
watermelon first.
That's what I'm saying. That was his black part.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Even the
Before you
raccoon
went
know
first.
you ain't giving him nothing. Jalen.
ass piece.
Yeah. I walked all the way, climbed out of the tree, come over there. You gonna give me a watermelon rind?
And you ate it?
And you ate it?
I'm out.
Oh,
He was testing the waters first.
so wait a minute. So let me say this. Intangibly close, like when he was recording from afar, right? He was on the edge. When he stuck that watermelon rind out to have him come grab it, no. No.
There's actually another part after this video.
Oh, what's the other part?
I gotta get it. It's
I'll just say,
tried to
but
feed it pudding?
basically he's giving
Tapioca?
water to the raccoon.
Wait, he's trying to hydrate the raccoon?
Yeah.
he wants it as a pet. Like the thing is, this
Basically,
raccoon,
and then he names it. I think he names it Henry or something. Forgot.
of course.
He named
Dr.
it.
Poggin says this show is bringing us together.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being different, right? Like Tobin, you would feed the raccoon.
I don't really trust raccoons very much. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys have heard my
Wait,
story with the
here.
possum.
The possum is a lot friendlier than the raccoon. And guess what happened?
He wasn't. He
He
didn't look
calls it
friendly.
Henry. Calls it Henry.
That's a
Look
defense
how
mechanism.
close. Look how close he is.
Gave that possum.
Wow. The dude smiling. Is the raccoon smiling for the picture?
Yeah, it's super
It looks
cute.
like they're doing a photo op.
He's going, fits up.
So,
I hear you're beating science.
You know what? Rehab must be a lonely. That's pretty good. Rehab must be lonely if you're trying to get a raccoon
Hey,
as a friend.
it is, dude.
It has to be
can't-
lonely.
Listen, you can't do all the things all your friends are doing.
I got to be honest with
Right?
you.
And then here's the worst part. You can't even really be caught hanging out because everybody gonna accuse you of not doing the things you need to do to get healthy. So it becomes a lonely. Yeah.
How
Had
does
a
Mike
personal
McDaniel,
day.
but how does Mike McDaniel, even on his day off, Mike McDaniel needs to bring this up in a meeting where he's like, okay, perhaps I was not clear about off-day activities, ladies and gentlemen. If you could look here, we would like to disregard you hanging out with woodland creatures, especially suspicious ones.
Right.
When your
That might
first
have
question
rabies.
is, are you rabid?
Yeah, I don't get that, bro.
Everyone's gonna be looking at him like, and he's just gonna say, everybody goes, but I'm so alone.
Oh, Jalen? Oh,
So
Poor
alone.
thing.
you know what I gotta tell him? Get a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Are you friendly? Is the first question that he just tells the little raccoon.
Are you friendly? Are you thirsty?
He said,
He
he said, why don't you come over here and see Intangible?
And then
we all know how this story ends.
Leroy
Intangible go over there to pet him.
Leroy was
Next thing you know, getting all them shots.
I think at one point he even said, "Are you going to come home with me?"
It's an inner war. He had a civil war within his tangible side and intangible side because he was like, "Are you friendly? Let me back up." That was his tangible side saying, "Let me back up." But his intangible is like, "Are you thirsty?"
You guys
gotta
are
get
going.
going.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I just want to be clear here. You think if this is Zach Sealer, that raccoon is taking a piggyback ride on him?
Zach Sealer got the raccoon sitting on his shoulder.
He's chilling on the shoulder and walking around with it.
And he's feeding the grapes. Here you go, little buddy.
Everybody, this is Ricky the raccoon.
What are you talking about?
To a scene of Pocahontas, basically.
Right, yeah. What you talking about?
You're claiming Zach Sealer's going to cradle it like a baby?
Yeah.
Like big baby blue Jesus. Like little baby blue Jesus.
I'm telling you what. I just said, ain't nobody in my family ever thought about holding and playing with a squirrel.
He had an internal
some kind of way. I had a squirrel in my house. That ain't my side. That ain't my side.
Kept it alive for quite some time.
But it wasn't like, yeah, okay.
Notice,
you ever seen any close pictures of the raccoon or the squirrel? No, it was from afar. Why? Every day I get up. Why our house got to be the zoo?
Your house is a zoo. I mean, you do have a lot of dogs now.
We got 4 dogs. Right.
Had woodland creatures.
Yep.
Dr. Tobin said he's got a war going on inside. No man is safe from.
He's like, hey, the football can't fit between my legs.
Hey, yo.
Wendy would eat it. Oh my goodness.
Looks to me like
look at that. I can see it now. The raccoon would be sitting on Sealer's shoulder. The raccoon would be sitting on Sealer's shoulder, braiding his beard, like cleaning it out.
That's adorable.
He might put in a stroller.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or one of those little backpacks.
Yeah, a backpack. Well, listen. If an intangible could even try to walk into Publix with a possum on her shoulder, right? You seen that video with it? Can I keep him?
There has to be one of these. There has to be one of these where Zach Sealer's in the meeting and he has the raccoon and a baby Bjorn feeding him granola bars, and the defensive coordinator looks over and goes, "Are you going to keep that thing here the whole time?" He goes, "My friend."
He's one of us now.
Like Dr. Evil.
And and then the room gonna be divided racially because all the black people gonna be way over on this side and all the white people gonna be trying to pet him.
Ethan Potter wants to pet him.
What happens when a raccoon goes after cake that they give the defense?
Well, I think he's gonna have a little cake mustache with Zach Sealer.
Possum would be great for Hard Knocks. Yeah.
Yes, it would have been a good.
That is something that a debate. That is something. A possum or a raccoon, somebody having that as a pet would divide the team racially.
Gotta say, a possum and a raccoon. One's much cuter than the other.
Not really. Well, a raccoon's. Well, but guess what? The more dangerous one is cuter.
Oh, that's true. No,
yeah.
The raccoon is cuter. Possums are not dangerous, but they are nasty looking, which is why Jazz Chisholm.
He didn't have a chance to tell you. That raccoon, hey, that possum reached up and said, "Sir, I mean no."
Time out. If you Jazz Chisholm him, that possum might be happy that you Jazz Chisholm him out of Miami. He's probably somewhere in New York right now. Living the life.
That possum living the life with rat tattoo.
Like, hey man, I was up there in West Palm Beach and it wasn't that good. And this guy decided to take a bat and swing me right to New York. And look at me now. I'm in a pennant chase.
All the pizza I want. All right, that's our show for today, everybody. We'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.